minutes before my dinner guests arrive. I just can't wait to tell them all about my fabulous time in Exuma. I know they will want to hear all about Peace and Plenty because my friends love to travel and stay in beautiful hotels. They also like to get away from it all, and I'm sure they'll be interested in chat and chill because it's such a relaxing place with great food and drinks and chill. I know some of my friends are into the historic places in the Bahamas, so St. Andrew's Anglican Church will definitely be interesting for them. But it was the Coastline Adventure Tour of the beautiful Exuma chain of islands that really was the must-see, must-do of this fab venture. From pigs to sharks to turtles to those really friendly iguanas to millionaires' islands to caves, my day on the sea in Exuma was breathtaking and very memorable. And I know all of my friends will definitely come with me on my next trip to Exuma if I decide to make Bella Destiny my home away from home. I know this will not be my only trip to Exuma. There's lots more to see and do there. I must see when I can schedule a return. There they are now. Time for a fabulous Exuma onion meal, some good wine, and great friends. Fabulous living, Bahamian style, the Exuma way.
And magazines. Get a taste of the islands, enjoy everything. Embark on a journey.
At the 66 Steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Tuesdays are for exploring new ideas and crushing those goals. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's March 17th, and this is What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain, and trust us, we've got a packed show ahead. Let's get into it. Bold colors, powerful stories, and a celebration of identity. We go behind the scenes of women-led galleries now. An exhibition by 3 Bahamian women artists. Also, between work, family, and personal goals, it can feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day. We share practical strategies to organize your schedule and take control of your time. And last up on the show, the Miss Universe Bahamas competition is gearing up, and we'll tell you how you can support the incredible women representing our country. Grab a sip, stretch your legs, and What's Trending will be back before you know it.
Diet-friendly special.
Bahamian women artists are using their work to explore identity, culture, and the Caribbean experience.
Culture and Color, presented by Dungaluk Studios Art Gallery.
The virtual exhibition, The Women-Led Galleries Now, is a part of International Women's Month. It features the work of April Bay alongside Bahamian multidisciplinary artists Sydney Jasmine Colby and Jody Minisrule. Through vibrant materials and powerful storytelling, their pieces invite viewers to reflect on what it means to be both Caribbean and women. Joining us now to talk more about the exhibition is Sydney Jasmine Colby. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you here with us. So the exhibition invites viewers to think deeper about what it means to be Caribbean and woman. So why was this theme so important to explore through your art?
So my practice historically has been dealing with identity formation. So I'm really curious about the experiences that shape. I like to think of it as like not only a empathetic way of having these discussions, like I'm using myself to have the discussions about like a greater conversation about entity and culture, but also seeing this as like the micro to the macro, if that makes sense.
I get it. And so each of your work it's different, but there are common threads of identity and experience. How does your personal journey influence the stories that you tell through your art?
So that's a great question, because I'm really curious about like the experiences and how they shape, or which ones feel more definitive or influential about how we see ourselves. It's just like if you had something that's reoccurring, like, and I use a lot of pattern in my work because of this, but if you see something that's like repetitive, then it starts to be definitive versus things that could be one-off. But how do we have the agency to shift against narratives, against what happened to us, or against what somebody might have told us, or what we process as an experience?
I get that. So one of the fascinating aspects about this exhibition is the use of both native and man-made materials. So how do the materials you choose help to communicate the message behind your work?
So with my work, I think not only about like what I'm using, but who's gonna see it. So sometimes with the imagery or the materials themselves, I understand like if it's being seen in Nassau or in the Bahamas, people are gonna read it like the way it's supposed to be read. So if I'm using like patterns or fabrics that are from here, like Androsia, for example, or if I'm using images of like soursop, I know that Bahamians are gonna read it a certain way. But if I present it somewhere else, they might not. Like, I'm interested in that breakdown of communication, but also I want to play like homage. It's almost like an inside joke. Like, I spoke to an artist years ago, and he said like being Bahamian is almost like an inside joke. Like, we know what's going on, so it's like a nod to that. So it's just like, okay, like you might, if you're not from here, maybe you don't get it, but that's okay, because like it's good to keep some things close to the chest, but also celebrate them. Like, you don't have to know everything to appreciate it.
So what was it like for you then, working along with other Bahamian artists, and you all giving your take on identity and culture in your expressings of work?
It was a beautiful thing. Like, the art scene now, especially over the years, has so much women in it, especially here. So it's just like a lot of Bahamian artists who are taking charge are women. You see in the media, a lot of our institutions are led by women, a lot of galleries here. So it's almost like natural. Like, that was how I kind of always had my...
Women taking over the world.
Yeah, you know. But it also was nice. It's just like, you know what, to be celebrated in this way, and then to also see each one of us bring our own takes and perspective to what we see as being Bahamian, being a woman, and just all the conversations that we want to have in our practice, even outside of that.
So what do you hope people feel or take away from your art in the exhibition when they view it?
Well, I hope that it causes them to pause and maybe think a little deeper about like the themes that I speak about in my work. I like to think like a lot of my work is inspired by, as I said, experiences, some of which have been like grief and trauma. So I like to think that I'm like alchemizing pain and creating like something magical. Like it doesn't have to be like the end point of it. So I've had works that have been navigating social ills like alcoholism. I've had works that have navigated my own self-perception, whether it was positive or negative, or like the way that my body might be perceived in space. And even things about like how we respond, like fawning or trauma responses. So I wanna, or even self-worth and self-esteem. So these are things that I want people to, like they might be hard to talk about on the surface, but my work is like pretty vibrant, it's pretty engaging. So I wanna like disarm the idea of like these are things that you can't speak about, and like maybe make them feel a little safer for them to process like how you grew up, maybe cultivate a bit more self-awareness. That's always been the hope in my practice.
That makes a lot of sense, and connectedness too. So for persons, young artists, but especially women, what would be your message to them as they watch it and think about what they want their future to look like in art?
In art?
Yeah.
Never stop, keep going, and stay true to yourself. Like no matter how much your work might change, as long as you stay true to yourself, like people are gonna respect that authenticity, and your voice matters. Don't feel like just because somebody is doing something a certain way that you have to follow this trend. Is your authenticity that's really gonna help you to shine, and just believe in yourself. Like we got this.
We definitely do have this. So such thought-provoking work. Continue to do what you're doing and be great at it. But thank you so much for joining us today here on What's Trending. It was definitely a pleasure chatting with you.
It was a pleasure as well.
So that exhibition is virtual, so you definitely should check it out on what all of our wonderful Bahamian artists are doing this Women's Month. So when we come back, feeling busy but not getting everything done? Well, we'll share some practical tips on managing your time and getting your life better organized. Stay with us.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili, garlic and ginger, got many flavors. Like honey barbecue,
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Ghost pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Cloud nine, so many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue. Spicy all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Ghost pepper wings.
The Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training advises the public that the registration process of the 2026-2027 school year for public school students has commenced. Parents are urged to register their children before the deadline of the 31st of March, 2026. Here's what you'll need: your child's proof of identity, immunization card, their most recent transcript or report card, parents or guardians' proof of identity. Register before the deadline to ensure a seamless transition into the new school year. Don't delay. Register today.
In today's busy world, it can feel like there aren't enough hours in the day between work, family, and personal goals, and just staying organized, it can be a real challenge. But with the right strategies, managing your time and creating balance is possible. Joining us now with practical tips on organizing your life through better scheduling and time management is Anika Stewart. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy.
It's great to have you here with us. So let's talk basics. Why is time management such an important skill for people trying to stay organized and productive?
I mean, it's the foundation of life, right? If you want to achieve your goals, if you want to enjoy your life, if you want to spend time with the people you love, grow in different areas of your life, develop as a person, that's all possible, but it's only possible if there's a structure in place. And that means maximizing the time that you do have, you know, making sacrifices where you can. It's a very cornerstone if you want to be successful at anything. Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people say, listen, I'm busy all the time, but I still feel like I'm not getting everything done.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens?
I think the first thing is that we have this misconception that work-life balance exists. And they say, you know, really it's not, work-life balance does not exist. Work-life harmony exists, right?
I like that. I like that.
And I think so we set ourselves up for a little bit of failure when we think about what time management really looks like. And it means, okay, I have strategically and successfully every single day dedicated this amount of hours to this. That is, it's unrealistic because we know life will throw you some curveballs.
Life be lifing. We know that.
And as we evolve and as we change, our needs change, our priorities change and evolve. And so it means that we have to constantly evolve and adapt and change. So I think that's the first thing to address, our mindset around what does it mean to successfully manage time.
So you talk about the structured schedule. What does that look like for our viewer who is just trying to figure out how I can make this work? What kind of tools we need to use to pull it all together and get it together?
For sure. I mean, well, first and foremost, write it all down. I never rely on my own memory, as good as my memory is.
This is true. Writing it down makes a lot of sense. That's a good point.
Yeah, I have a very sharp memory, but I write it down anyway because once again, things come up and you sometimes have to reprioritize. So the first thing is like emptying my brain. I call it a brain dump. I brain dump every single morning, sometimes throughout the day as I'm moving throughout the day. And sometimes when I brain dump, I realize, okay, I'm having anxiety about this particular thing, but this may be something I can delegate, or this may be something I can reschedule for another time. So I would definitely say writing everything down, first and foremost. Second, for me, if it does not exist in my calendar, it does not exist in my mind,
listening viewers,
on my agenda. So if you ask me to come to your birthday party or to your event, if it's not in my calendar, it's not going to happen. But if you haven't gotten to that level, I definitely say pen and paper and your calendar on the phone does the trick just fine.
That makes a lot of sense. So we live in a world filled with distractions. We get the phones, we get emails, we get social media. How can people stay focused and protect their time?
Well, time limits, again, cutoffs, right? And there's no way really to achieve this without some level of discipline and sacrifice. And so for me, I mean, I struggle with that sometimes because I work all the time. I work really hard. And I'm like, sometimes I just want to relax. I do want to doom scroll. I do want to watch my favorite show on Netflix. And that's also okay. I think, once again, it's the mindset, right? The mindset is like, okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you are craving, you know, to veg out on the couch on the weekend, it's okay. However, if I relaxed on Saturday all day on the couch, then Sunday, I'm making it a point to meal prep. I'm making it a point to get my schedule ready for the week and to pull my wardrobe for the week because I've already given that up the day prior. So I think it is, you know, allowing yourself to be human, and then make the adjustments as you need and make certain things non-negotiables. So once again, for me, fitness, when it comes to non-negotiable, my Pilates time is a fixed time.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. It is a fixed time on a fixed date, and that does not move unless that's going to happen. And, you know, so yeah, that's definitely a trick.
I understand that. So if someone, one of our viewers, they are watching us right now, they want to improve their time management starting today. Not January, today. All right. So what's one simple tip or step that they could take to make that happen?
Set a priority. You can have as many goals as you want, but if you don't have one core priority, then you're kind of here, you're picking from every basket, this, that, and the third. I have many goals. If you check my notebook right now, I probably have 20 active goals. But realistically, I can only really give much of my energy and time and resources to maybe 2 of those things at a time if I want to do them successfully. And so, and I revisit that list sometimes. You know, for this quarter, the goal may be, okay, I want to save X amount of money. So this means I'm not going out as much this month. month. It means that I am shifting my focus to other things. And then the next quarter, it may be something else. So I think that the priority first drives that. And then once you've established that, then shift the focus to what changes now do I need to make sure is in place so that I can give this thing my focus.
Now, that is definitely a lot of great tips there, a lot of good advice, discipline. I mean, proper time management is definitely achievable. So thank you so much, Anika, for sharing those insights with us today. I know some of our viewers, they know what they need to do from now on, right?
Exactly, yeah, absolutely.
Well, coming up after the break, the journey to the crown. We take a closer look at what it takes to become a beauty queen. Stay with us.
Diet-friendly special.
The Miss Universe Bahamas pageant is more than just a competition. It's a platform dedicated to empowering Bahamian women through leadership, advocacy, and national representation on the global stage of Miss Universe. Joining us today to tell us more about the organization and how the public can support this year's contestants is the National Director of the pageant, Anthony Smith. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Anthony.
Thank you for having me, Jamila.
It's always, always a pleasure. So for our viewers who may not be familiar with the organization, tell us a little bit about the mission behind the Miss Bahamas Universe and what it represents for Bahamian women here in the Bahamas.
From time immemorial, the Miss Universe Bahamas organization, originally, you know, it was always called Miss Bahamas.
Yes.
But there's so many pageants.
Modifications, you have to be specific.
Yeah, today, you know.
Yes, you have to be clear.
You know, and so many global ones as well, pageants. But the mission for the Miss Universe Bahamas organization has always been about empowering women. And what that means to the organizers is structuring a program that's going to prepare them not just to represent the Bahamas at the international competition, but also, you know, these are life skills. In our case, we have an 8 to 10 week empowerment program, which consists of, well, we kick it off with the orientation, but after that there's mental health. We've been having that reoccurring theme practically every year now. It started a few years ago, but it was locked in more when we partnered with Dr. Sean Knowles.
Okay.
So he did it at the British Colonial, where we host most of the workshops.
Okay.
After the orientation, then it's the mental health with Dr. Knowles, and then after that, then it's the business symposium. That is really one of the big sessions that we have, because it's where we invite working professionals, CEOs, entrepreneurs, not to make a speech, but we always tell them, share your testimony, tell your story.
Now
you know
people
what I mean?
know how you get where you are.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that has been like a favorite among the candidates that enter each year, because after that, just like you would any conference, any event, there's a breakout session. You know, the professionals have already shared their story. they've already addressed, you know, some concerns they had in their business pursuit and all of that. And now they're telling you, you know, the success of the business. So when we have that breakout session, what happens is the young ladies, the contestants, they interact with CEOs. Some of them...
And they get the network.
Network, yeah, a lot of networking.
So then let's talk about this year's competition. What can the public expect from this year's pageant and the contestants competing? What is that going to look like?
As always, beautiful, a sight of beautiful Bahamian women displaying their talents and intelligence and their fitness, and as in a healthy look, as well as those exceptionally beautiful gowns that a lot of our designers are responsible for. I think also, more importantly, the big thing this specific year is that we were able to lock in a international talent management contract.
Okay.
So whoever wins, she's already contracted as a queen to represent the country at the Miss Universe competition. But in addition to that, there's also that talent management contract, which affords her the opportunity to participate in the fashion weeks.
Okay.
It also allows her to audition. It also provides an opportunity if she's interested in that space, that influencer space. You know, a lot of them are, even though they have, like Malik, who's our current current Miss Bahamas.
Right.
Malik did such an exceptional job. Malik is magna cum laude, but an accountant, but you know, she makes a pitch that she's an influencer. You know, they're like this generation about this influencer.
You got to do it. You got to make it happen.
You got to make it happen. So, you know, yeah, go
So
ahead.
for our viewers watching, how can they show their support for the contestants and for the organization?
Sorry?
For our viewers that are tuning in right now, how can they show their support to the contestants that are going to be joining the pageant and to the organization?
They can go right to our Facebook page at Miss Bahamas Universe organization, and they can also go to mubahamas.com, which is our website. And the information is there that leads you to all of the social media platforms, because usually you see what's being posted. Right now, we're in the recruiting stages.
So basically, quickly tell us what you're looking for so persons know where they need to stand to sign up.
Eligibility requirements include minimum, you have to be at least 18 years old and above. They've moved the age barrier, but that doesn't mean that, you know, all persons applying are going to get in. Because
so 18. What
18.
else? What else? Yeah, stay focused. The people listening, they will know.
18, female, born female. We also ask that you come with a passion project or advocacy.
A platform.
Yeah, we call it the platform. And positive attitude and a great interest for wanting to represent your country.
Awesome. That sounds great. So I know our viewers took note, and you should have some wonderful contestants when the time arrives. So thank you so much for the work that you do with the pageant, and I know you're going to do some phenomenal things in the future. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, there's more on the other side of the break. Stay with us. Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Long Island, we've helped 77 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $1.9 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Long Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: fishing, transportation, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
Hip-hop royalty touched down in the Bahamas, and What's Trending got the exclusive. For 2 nights only, legendary lyricist Talib Kweli lit up the stage at the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we sat down with him for a conversation you won't see anywhere else. From his iconic career to what inspires his music today, Kweli gets real with What's Trending. Catch the exclusive interview this Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Only on What's Trending. Hip-hop royalty touched down in the Bahamas, and What's Trending got the exclusive. For 2 nights only, legendary lyricist Talib Kweli lit up the stage at the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we sat down with him for a conversation you won't see anywhere else. From his iconic career to what inspires his music today, Kweli gets real with What's Trending. Catch the exclusive interview this Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Only on What's Trending.
We've been building the buzz all week, and now the moment is almost here. This Wednesday, don't miss our exclusive sit-down with Talib Kweli. Plus, we take you on a culinary journey exploring signature dishes and the bold Bahamian flavors making waves on the global food scene. Well, thanks for watching. Stay connected with us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.
At the 66 Steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at stories making news tonight. Prime Minister Davis moving to ease concerns over a potential surge in electricity costs amid rising global oil prices. Also, the CEO of Western Air says passengers will only see a minimal increase as the airline works to offset growing operational expenses. And the spring break begins to bring a steady flow of visitors to Grand Bahama, offering an early boost to the tourism sector.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight as conflict in the Middle East pushes oil prices past $100 a barrel, sending shockwaves to the global economy. Prime Minister Philip Davis is assuring Bahamians the country is better positioned to weather the impact. The Prime Minister points to ongoing energy reforms and cost-saving measures designed to shield consumers from rising global fuel costs. Our Shalia Rowe joins us live with the details. Shalia.
Romiko, as conflict in the Middle East intensifies, driving up the cost of oil and other natural resources worldwide, fears are mounting over the potential impact on small island economies like the Bahamas. Global oil prices have surged amid disruption to key supply routes. The ripple effects are already being felt across international markets, with higher fuel costs expected to drive up the price of goods and services. However, speaking during a recent press briefing, Prime Minister Philip Davis pushed back against concerns Bahamians will face of a spike in the cost of living, while pointing to a series of energy reform initiatives introduced early in his administration.
We are able to say that your electricity bills, which are lower already from the changes, will not be impacted by the current crisis.
Prime Minister Philip Davis says global oil prices have already climbed from around $70 per barrel to more than $100, describing it as the sharpest energy shock since the crisis in Ukraine. He noted that when fuel prices rise in the global market, the effects are far-reaching, impacting electricity costs, freight, transportation, and eventually grocery prices. However, the nation's leader reassured that major energy reforms implemented by his administration have placed the country in a stronger position to withstand these shocks.
I'm grateful to be able to say that policy changes we began to make early in our term have built more resilience into our system. In particular, the major energy reforms we have put in place, which include major efficiencies and improvements and risk mitigation strategies, have left us in a better shape.
Prime Minister Philip Davis also revealed that he met with the Bahamas Retailers Association this afternoon as part of an ongoing effort to ensure everything remains on track for the April 1st reduction in value-added tax on food items. He says the move is aimed at easing the cost of living for Bahamians.
We worked together ahead of the April 1st VAT reduction on food to bring costs down for Bahamian families. I want to hear their concerns directly, hear what they are seeing in the market, and hear what practical steps can help ensure that relief reaches the people who need it.
But Romiko, the Prime Minister warns this oil crisis may be only half the battle. He says the ongoing instability overseas could also fuel a rise in human smuggling and illegal migration across the region. However, Prime Minister Philip Davis says authorities are already on high alert, with the Bahamas Department of Immigration working alongside the United States Coast Guard to closely monitor the situation. That heightened vigilance has already led to multiple apprehensions in the southern Bahamas, as officials move to secure the country's borders amid growing regional uncertainty. Coming to you live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Shalia. Well, the global surge in oil prices is now impacting local air travel. Chief Executive Officer of Western Air, Rexy Roll, says the airline is already feeling the effects after being advised just days ago that jet fuel prices are set to be increased by more than 40%. While the adjustment is still recent, Roll says they have also been cautioned to expect even higher fuel costs in the near future. However, she advises customers not to worry.
Obviously, fuel is the top operational cost in the airline industry. It's no different for us. Particularly, it's felt more by us as a private airline carrier. However, we want to make it very clear to our passengers that though fuel may rise over 40%, that does not mean ticket prices are rising over 40%. If anything, customers can expect a minimal surcharge of anywhere from $4 to $9 to help offset the rising operational costs.
Roll adds that the airline is closely monitoring the situation and remains hopeful that fuel prices will stabilize in the near term.
All airlines have their own fuel arrangement and fuel contracts, but like many carriers, we are closely monitoring the situation, and we are certainly remaining hopeful that fuel prices will stabilize in the near future.
Switching gears now, local tourist hotspots are gearing up for the spring break season. Pirates Cove officials say although it is early in the season, a steady rise in tourists can be seen coming from the Freeport Harbor and Celebration Key. Shalia Roll reports.
Spring break may only be in its early days on Grand Bahama, but one major tourism hotspot is already reporting a noticeable turnaround, signaling what could be a much stronger season ahead. Manager at Pirates Cove, Edward Barrett, says business is already trending upward, with a steady increase in customers compared to the same period last year. And while the peak of the spring break rush has not yet arrived, that early growth is being seen as a strong indicator that the island could be headed for a busy and profitable season.
Well, the spring break season so far has started off a little bit slow, but we see constant improvement and increase in numbers so far. We are very, very excited and optimistic that this is going to be one of the best seasons for us, seeing that there's Celebration Key out there to the east of us, and it seems that the Freeport Harbor is now also getting more and more calls, which also brings us a lot of people, which we are appreciated for.
Cruise visitors are helping to drive that momentum. Tourists tell us that they are not just stopping by, they're actively spending, exploring and supporting local businesses during their time on the island. One large group alone brought 79 visitors to Grand Bahama, contributing to the growing activity being seen in key areas.
Feels great. So I love how there's, they're trying to support local businesses. Like there's no Uber. I would rather give my money to like the local taxis, the local shops and stuff.
Just, shopping locally, and that usually supports the local economy.
We're heavy spenders. And like, the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you, we're big gamblers too. And I told my people on the boat, I said, listen, let's save some of this money for the Bahamas.
That increase is also being reflected in parts of the transportation sector. A bus driver reporting more frequent trips coming out of Celebration Key and Freeport Harbor, pointing to a rise in visitor movement across the island.
For me, it's been pretty good, I would say. I've had pretty much full buses and simply commuting the guests from Celebration Key or from the Freeport Harbor, bringing them right here to Pirates Cove.
However, not all operators are seeing the same boost, at least not yet. Some taxi drivers say business remains slower than expected for this stage, but they remain hopeful that as spring break intensifies, so too will the demand for their services.
I'm hoping that things would change, but it's very slow.
For now, businesses are encouraged, drivers are hopeful, and all eyes remain on what the rest of the spring break season will bring. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
And still to come.
A vibrant display of faith and tradition. Church leaders take part in this year's Northern Archdeaconry Mothering Sunday service. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison. At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go. Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Rumiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. This year's edition of the Northern Archdeaconry Mothering Sunday service featuring church leaders and young pupils of the various Anglican churches sporting their respective colorful attires. Speaking with Rector at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King, Father Kirkland Russell, he notes the event aims to present the youth at the forefront of the service.
Of course, the youth are always important. Sometimes we refer to them as the church of the future, but they're the church of the present. Because youth, that's where the strength comes from. That's where the energy comes from. That's where the excitement and enthusiasm comes from. It comes from the young people. And being around them gives you energy. And so we always put an emphasis on the young people just to make them understand that you have a place in the body of Christ, that you are important, that God has put you here for this time and for this season to be young people.
Following a powerful sermon done by Christ the King's Deacon Joshua Davis, Russell expressing the pride he shares of seeing a young leader like Davis engaging with the youth.
Deacon Davis is our assistant curate at Christ the King, and we're very proud of him. And we've got to know him very well. I've got to know him very well, and very energetic, very relatable, very funny. And so I'm glad to see him relate to the young people in such a way.
Well, students from all sectors of Grand Bahama are competing over the course of 2 days for a chance to represent the island in the National Urban Renewal Speech Competition. Speaking with Acting Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Lloyd Grant, he says the performances by the competing students has been nothing short of awe-inspiring.
Phenomenal. Nothing but phenomenal. It's amazing. The topics like how do you feel about independence? They talked about global warming, is it a myth, etc. And you would think of things, but to listen to the research, you learn some brand new stuff about all of the different topics that they raise. And what's most amazing to me is our children who are being given the opportunity to do just that. They have taken advantage of it, and they are doing a phenomenal job.
Now, as the students compete for an opportunity to be on the national stage, Grant adds the strong impression left behind by the youngsters provides confidence for the nation as they are the forerunners to lead their respective generations.
Well, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable because we have youngsters who understand what's going on, and they are unafraid to say what they see. And so I am feeling a lot more comfortable about the future of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We have a great bench that we can pick from. I'm not afraid. If I live to be another 100 years, I am satisfied that even here in Grand Bahama, excluding the rest of the islands, we have enough young people that are focused enough and that care about their country enough. And this is seen in their performances at these speech competition to take this thing forward, man.
Well, for the first time since opening at its new campus, the University of the Bahamas North is hosting its Science Rush. Assistant Professor of Chemistry at the institution, Dr. Andrew Moxie, says the fair aims to provide not only a teaching experience, but a learning one as well for the various enterprises in attendance.
As I've recognized over the years, these gatherings are always consistent with this profile that we see this morning, the few and the dynamic. And so I hope that today's engagement will be enlightening for you. Well, not hope. I am absolutely positive that it will be an enlightening experience and that you will both teach and learn.
Professor of Small Island Sustainability at the University, Dr. Ancelino Davis, notes that science is everywhere in our daily lives, especially within a natural environment the Bahamas possess, adding how paramount science is to our different economies.
Science is everywhere. Science is part of our community. We need it from the GBUC and GB Water Company to Earth Care and the Bahamas National Trust. waterkeepers who make sure that we have swimmable, fishable, drinkable water on the island, and Coral Vita, who help to grow coral that can help us to restore the native environments that we actually need to maintain our culture, our communities, and our economies.
Well, a Grand Bahama woman is one of 3 winners of a Creative Spark pitch competition. Her idea now gaining attention for its potential to attract visitors to the Bahamas in a new way.
What I pitched is called Artpelago. It's a Bahamian immersive cultural festival. The first iteration of it, we are trying to do 3 cultural zones in Bahamian arts and craft, Bahamian music, and Bahamian dance, where people get to experience that in rotating groups. There's a curated culinary section where people get to taste bites of from our islands, and then it culminates in an original Bahamian musical production.
For Grand Bahama native Letitia Bullard, the idea is rooted in a deep love for Bahamian culture and a desire to share the experience with the world.
I love the arts. And so much of what I do is influenced by just being Bahamian, just like, you know, growing up, listening to our music, going to Goombay every summer, right? And I'm like, how do I get other people to also experience this? Like, what kind of experience would really draw people and help them to get, you know, like a full version of, if you could even get a full version, but a fuller version of our islands.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Leon Aubrey. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you enjoyed your day. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Well, the Grand Bahama Basketball Association playoffs are in full swing. Listen, I thought I was watching Golden State shoot the ball the other night.
Stop it. They got a Steph Curry.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, that's coming your way next. Be sure to stay tuned.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. Freeport Fashion Week is back, and it's bigger, bolder, and bursting with color. From show-stopping silhouettes to unforgettable runway moments, local designers take center stage as dreams come alive at the Stone Crab Tano Beach. Don't miss the opening night fashion show on March 20th at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale at the Grand Bahama Port Authority headquarters and the Stone Crab Restaurant. All proceeds will go to support sewing and fashion programs at our local high school. Freeport Fashion Week 2026. Dream in color.
Use a bin to put it in. Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye. Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The Grand Bahama Basketball Association playoffs are in full swing, and the Connect Shipping Jets delivered big time in their Game 1 victory over the 8 Mile Rock Legends.
We just wanted to play defense, play hard, get the rebounds, just play with discipline, pass, get the ball up the floor, and play together. And we just taking everything one game at a time. So tonight was a good win, but the game ain't over, so it's on to the next game.
The Jets shot a collective 66% from the field while shooting 38% from three-point range en route to their 104-90 victory. 6 players scored in double figures, led by Harold Pinder, who had a team-high 20 points. Raymond Higgs chipped in with 19 of his own. He also had the green light from range, going 5 for 12 from the arc. Deshaun Walkus facilitated things with 9 dimes to go along with 13 points. And he believes Monday's performance shows how dangerous this Jets team can be.
The season has been a roller coaster. Early on, we had some big wins against some of the teams that finished, actually the teams that finished second and third. So, but between traveling and work schedules, it was hard to stay consistent. But we truly believe we're the best shooting team in the country. And when we put that on display, it's going to be a tough night for anybody.
Meanwhile, the New Era Gym Rats also took a 1-0 series lead over the Celebration Key Cruisers, 85-77. Edreal Martinborough flirted heavy with a triple-double, pouring in 23 points, grabbing 10 boards, and dishing out 9 assists. Malik Johnson and Trey Smith led the Cruisers with 26 and 19 points, respectively. Game 2 of those best-of-3 series takes place this Wednesday evening starting at 7 at the St. George's Gymnasium. Meantime, the Grand Bahama Volleyball Association crowning their women and men's division champions. The Fantasy Ravens are your 2026 champions after outlasting the PB All-Stars 2-1. They finished that series off with a 2-set win in the decisive Game 3, 25-23 and 25-15. On the men's side of the net, the Squish Squashers also swept the GB Sharkers 2-0, but it wasn't an easy feat. Scores from Week 4 of Grand Bahama Little League action. In 12U play, the FES Royals escaped the Silverline Builders Lions 5-4, and on the 16U Diamond, the Yankees and the Lions played to a 4-4 draw. And of course, earlier today, the Tabernacle Falcons would have defeated the Sister Mary Panthers to become junior girls basketball champions. And of course, tomorrow, Primary Island School Island Sports continues at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex at 10 or 11 a.m. Just make sure you all go and support the youth. And that'll do it for your sports fix this evening. Your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Get you all on the rebound.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, the people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start. We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
Melinda Whitney, teaching diary.
One of the most damaging words a child can hear from a parent isn't a curse word. It's this one, disappointed, especially when it's used as a label and not a lesson. When a child hears, "I'm disappointed in you," they don't hear correction. They hear, "I'm not enough. I failed you. I lost your love." Discipline should correct behavior, not attack identity. There's a difference between saying, that choice was disappointing and saying, "You disappoint me." One teaches responsibility, the other teaches shame. Correct the action. Protect the child's heart, because children don't need perfect parents. They need parents who discipline with love.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Well, Shane has been making headlines everywhere. The tensions in the Middle East, everybody's talking about it. What are your thoughts on what's happening?
I just pray there's some peace will resolve at some point. At some point, that's everybody's thoughts and prayer. Right. And no matter the distance, I think it goes to show that although they are there and we're here, it's impacting the world. And it shows that we're all one in some way or the other, no matter what's happening. And so we definitely do pray that calmer heads prevail and that we get through this thing safely. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. I'm Shane Stubbs. Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
Royalty touched down in the Bahamas, and What's Trending got the exclusive. For 2 nights only, legendary lyricist Talib Kweli lit up the stage at the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we sat down with him for a conversation you won't see anywhere else. From his iconic career to what inspires his music today, Kweli gets real with What's Trending. Catch the exclusive interview this Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Only on What's Trending.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park. Again, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro, and he got a sticker inside. This ain't just mud, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Planning the execution of a newscast is serious business. From the assignment to the concept of the story, everything has to be precise, on point, always. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, is your trusted news service. We get it right the first time. Our preparation for you each night is done with care, knowing that our voices will reach you on 700 islands and keys with unquestionable accuracy. It gives me great pleasure each night to say,
welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm your national anchor, Makush Lopinder.
At the 66 Steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a meeting of the minds between the Prime Minister and local retailers ahead of the April 1st VAT elimination and increasing global pressures. Plus, hear the impact of rising oil prices on the local market and what stakeholders are doing to offset the potential losses. And the newest member of the upper chamber takes her seat. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. With global tensions driving up oil prices and uncertainty spreading across international markets, concerns are growing here at home about what it could mean for the cost of living. In this report, Alia Cooper tells us how the Prime Minister proposes to address widespread concerns.
Global instability is sending shockwaves through energy markets, with oil prices climbing from around $70 a barrel to well over $100. This usually means one thing for the Bahamas: higher costs across the board. But the Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is pushing back on those expectations.
We have been closely monitoring developments, engaging with our energy partners, and planning for various scenarios. I'm grateful to be able to say that policy changes we began to make early in our term have built more resilience into our system. In particular, the major energy reforms we have put in place, which include major efficiencies and improvements and risk mitigation strategies, have left us in a better shape. That work is still ongoing, but it means we are able to say that your electricity bills, which are lower already from the changes, will not be impacted by the current crisis.
But while electricity may be steady, food prices are another story. Higher fuel costs mean higher shipping costs, and that usually shows up at the grocery store. And ahead of a reduction in VAT starting next month, the Prime Minister is also informing the public that he's locked in a meeting with the Bahamas Grocers Retailers Association.
That meeting is focused on one thing: how we work together ahead of the April 1st VAT reduction on food to bring costs down for Bahamian families. I want to hear their concerns directly, hear what they are seeing in the market, and hear what practical steps can help ensure that relief reaches the people who need it.
And then there's security. With regional instability, the Prime Minister mentions that illegal migration also becomes a concern. In just 2 days, he says the Royal Bahamas Defense Force intercepted 57 migrants near Little Inagua.
29 were apprehended on Monday, and a further 28 were apprehended on Tuesday morning. They were transported safely to Great Inagua, and investigations are continuing.
Prime Minister Davis adds that he's directed Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, to remain engaged with his regional colleagues, adding that he's also in contact with partners as well. The Prime Minister says this is a moment for close communication, monitoring, and steady cooperation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, thanks, Leah. Now, as you just heard, today's meeting between the Prime Minister and retailers is ideally to strike a balance on what's to come at food store registers next month. Lloyd Allen joins us from the office of the Prime Minister, Cable Beach, with more details. Good evening, Lloyd.
Back on January 12th, the Prime Minister announced plans for the removal of VAT on uncooked food items across the country as of April 1st. And tonight here at the Office of the Prime Minister, a number of grocers from across the country, a part of the Grocers Association, have converged for a meeting with the Prime Minister to discuss plans ahead of that April 1st adjustment. Earlier, we had a chance to speak with Deborah Simonet. She is a senior executive at Super Value, and she shared some of her thoughts ahead of April 1st. I know you're getting ready to go into that meeting. Any thoughts or expectations about that conversation with the Prime Minister?
We're just hoping that we will get a favorable response from them. You know, we're all for the people getting the VAT-free, but, you know, we'd like some leniency on our behalf.
Ahead of the April 1st VAT elimination on non-cooked food items, are there any expectations from grocers?
Well, we're just expecting the VAT transition to go smoothly. Of course, we won't be able to change all the prices on the individual items all at once and to meet the deadline, but our system will be correct. So once you take your products to the register, you will get the correct price, the zero VAT on the food items.
And my last question, of course, as we approach April 1st, would you say that grocers are generally prepared for the introduction?
I would say generally, yes. It's just the VAT return that we are kind of anxious about right now, because there will be additional work for that.
Now, we expect that the meeting will conduct for at least an hour, and so we will be here at the Office of the Prime Minister to speak with those grocers after that meeting, and of course, anxiously waiting along with the rest of the country as April 1st quickly approaches. Reporting here from the Office of the Prime Minister for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. Meantime, the Middle East crisis and its impact at the pumps concerning to opposition leader Michael Pintard. He told our news team today that if the government were committed to easing the burden of Bahamians, it would adopt the opposition's recommendation to cap VAT collected at the fuel pump. Pintard asserts that by doing so, the government will avoid meeting its revenue by passing on the cost to consumers.
So we have indicated to government that we believe that they ought to cap the revenue that government receives. And we believe it's a revenue neutral recommendation because we're not asking the government to cut its revenue. We're just saying when the price goes up, you just cap it at what you had projected you would be earning so that you don't benefit on the backs of Bahamians who would have a higher cost at the pump.
In related news, airlines are feeling the wartime pinch, and rising fuel costs will mean consumers will soon be hit with a bit of a punch the next time they fly. Gorval Python reports tonight on how much airfare costs are rising by and how long surging prices will last.
Yeah, that's right, Mkushil. With no off-ramp in sight in the U.S., Israel, and Iran conflict, now engulfing the entire Middle East and major disruption to the critical Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf, travelers are being cautioned that flying may be getting a bit pricier. That blockade at the crucial Strait of Hormuz, which sees roughly 20% of the world's oil pass through it, will soon mean higher prices for air travel, electricity, fuel, and groceries. Western Airlines President and CEO Rexy Roll says this disruption, which has already sent global prices soaring, is quickly being felt here at home.
Yes, to be transparent, we certainly have already started to feel the impact of the global surge in oil prices, as a result of the conflict in the Middle East. And
Prime Minister Davis again acknowledged Tuesday that this uncertainty will most likely impact the cost of living, but quickly pointed to action his administration has taken and prepared to do.
We have been closely monitoring developments, engaging with our energy partners, and planning for various scenarios.
As for how much airlines look to increase fares, both Roll and Bahamas Air Managing Director Tracy Cooper insists the impact will be negligible.
Though our jet fuel prices will potentially rise over 40%, that does not mean that ticket prices will also rise over 40%. If anything, customers can expect anywhere from a $4 to $9 minimal, surcharge to sort of offset some of these additional new operational costs.
There will be some adjustments that we'll see in your ticket as related to fuel surcharge. We're not changing the ticket price itself, but simply incorporating the increases into a fuel surcharge. We're doing it this way so that immediately when the prices return to normal, we're able to then remove that surcharge and have the ticket prices still stay the same.
But of course, with no end to this conflict in sight or no way of knowing whether it will escalate, create even more worry about how long and how much more prices will go up. Reporting in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Gorval Python.
Well, thanks, Gorval. Coming up, the newest senator sworn in. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
I just found out that KFC has an irresistible promo.
Crunch into the juicy flavor of the new KFC Wrap Star. A classic made modern that's crunchy, melty, and grilled to perfection for all the journeys of your day. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Welcome back to The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. In this special edition, we look back at 2025, a year of milestones, breakthroughs, and real impact across both energy and transport in the Bahamas. groundbreaking energy projects to safer streets for our communities, 2025 is setting the pace for progress. Let's start by seeing how energy is powering our islands forward. 2025 marked a major leap in renewable energy. With the National Energy Policy 2025 to 2030 finalized, the foundation was set for cleaner, more reliable power. The Energy Summit brought it to life, spotlighting multi-island power purchase agreements, New Providence's first utility-scale solar project, and LNG agreements shaping a more sustainable future.
We are carefully overseeing each development, with most stations expected to be online by the fourth quarter of 2026.
The ministry's transport initiatives focused on safety and connectivity. School crossing guards and solar-powered signs improved road safety, while the Drive Safe to Arrive Alive campaign reinforced safe driving nationwide. Partnerships with AdFi and BTC also brought Wi-Fi to public buses and taxis, improving connectivity for commuters. 2025 wasn't just a year of plans, it was a year of action. Every ministry-led project and partnership brought cleaner energy, safer roads, and stronger connections, shaping a future Bahamians can rely on.
We've chosen a future where Bahamians can rely on their energy system instead of worrying about it.
I'm Larissa Lundy, and this is The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. 2025 set the pace, and our future is already in motion. Stay with us.
Well, you're looking at a shot there of the cricket pitch at Haynes Oval next to Clifford Park, and that's just off West Bay Street. And that shot, courtesy of drone pilot Shane Gibson. Welcome back. Another man loses his life to gun violence here in the capital. Police say a male caller alerted them to the incident, which is said to have taken place on Abraham Street off Camp Road after 3 this morning. On the scene, investigating officers met a 28-year-old man with gunshot wounds. The story behind the injuries is that the victim was reportedly asleep in an abandoned White House when he heard gunshots. He soon realized he'd been shot. As for why and who's the alleged culprit, the victim could not say. Unfortunately, despite medical interventions, the man died in hospital. Well, also under investigation, 3 alleged sexual assaults, the first taking place around 1 p.m. Monday at a hotel on Paradise Island. Based on the story an American woman gave police, she was at a poolside bar with a female friend when she met an American man and a friend. One of the men reportedly offered to buy her a drink, which she accepted. She says she later found herself in the man's hotel room, but said she didn't remember ever agreeing to go there. The victim said she felt frightened and confused and recalled that the male kissed her. Well, the male kissed her. She also alleges that she was sexually assaulted. Now, since then, police have arrested an 18-year-old American man. A 29-year-old man also taken into custody, assisting police with investigations into the sexual assault of another American woman after 1:30 p.m. In this case, the American allegedly paid for an island excursion with friends. She claims that while on the island, she was approached by a male jet ski operator who offered her a ride. She agreed, but during the trip was taken to a sandbank where she was allegedly sexually assaulted. Fast forward to early this morning, and a woman claims she suffered the same fate at her Stapleton Gardens home. In this case, the victim was reportedly asleep when she was awoken by someone touching her. She identified the perpetrator as a male family member living in the home. She told police he held her down and sexually assaulted her. Police are appealing to anyone who may have any information that can assist with solving these crimes to call 502-9991 or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Well, the newest member of the upper chamber taking her oaths of allegiance and qualification this afternoon.
Martin, do swear that I have knowledge of any cause or impediment why I am not capable of sitting and voting as a member of the Senate of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, according to the tenor and true meaning of the Constitution or any enactment amending the same. So help me God.
Now, former trade union leader Nicole Martin fills the seat left vacant by F&M Senator Maxine Seymour's following her resignation last month. Speaking for Senate Vice President Lachelle Adderley, Vice President Barry Griffin warmly welcomed the new member and expressed confidence she will faithfully represent Bahamians during her tenure. Those sentiments echoed by the leaders of government and opposition business, Senators Michael Alcides and Darren Henfield, respectively.
During the fourth quarter, so to speak. But I am sure that your contributions will be valued and substantial.
Welcome to this place. Speak your truth deliberately, honestly, and that what we say in here is ensure that what we say and do while operating in these places, we can live with on the outside.
We can also tell you this evening that 23 Porter ski vendors are on the cusp of being a part of history as part of a first group of the site's upcoming electrification exercise. President of the Porter Ski Fish and Fruit Vendors Association, Armony Bowe, says infrastructural upgrades have been moving steadily and should be completed just in time for the official rollout in just a few weeks.
Can see happening on Porter Ski at this point is BPL is preparing infrastructure for two other transformers, one at the west and one at the east. And this is to accommodate that the transformer that is already there for the stalls. Spiders has been run already on the opposite side, which is the western side. They are almost completed, and they have already started the infrastructure for the stalls on the eastern side. Once this is completed, we're looking at 23 stalls to be electrified, and then the others will follow at a later date. This does not mean that the infrastructure is not in for them, but this means that persons are still trying to make adjustments.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Introducing the Easy Renew portal, brought to you by the National Insurance Board. Renewing your national insurance card has never been easier.
I can renew our cards right from the comfort of our home.
And it's so convenient.
Wow. Whether you're at work or studying hard at the library, even when you're on the go or enjoying retirement.
This is so easy.
Day or night, the Easy Renew portal is there for you. Easy Renew portal. Convenience at your fingertips.
Win up to $1 million this March Madness. One promotional point enters you to win $500K in our Madness Bracket Challenge. And jump into our free-to-play Big Hoops Pick'em Challenge for a shot at $250,000. Plus our Perfect 16 Pick'em for a shot at $1,000 cash. Make picks starting Sunday, March 15th. Entries close Thursday at noon. It's pure madness at islandluck.com/sports. Details on site.
Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Win up to $1 million this March Madness. One promotional point enters you to win $500K in our Madness Bracket Challenge. And jump into our free-to-play Big Hoops Pick'em Challenge for a shot at $250,000. Plus our Perfect 16 Pick'em for a shot at $1,000 cash. Make picks starting Sunday, March 15th. Entries close Thursday at noon. It's pure madness at islandluck.com/sports. Details on site.
Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Well, we're certainly celebrating the luck of the Irish today, but Royston is going to tell us more about that when he gives us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now. And a matter of fact, as you can see, he's flying solo tonight.
Flying solo, but flying well, and I'm definitely clad in green, so I'm celebrating St. Patrick's Day. I'm not a Jameson drinker, but a cheeky admission. I am a Guinness drinker, so I will be having a couple of those tonight. We have the organizers of the Spring Education Seminar for Professionals who'll be talking all about it tonight, and also some young girls at William A. Pratt who were able to design virtual cities. That's also coming up tonight as well on Access Now.
Well, always a good time over there in Access Now, but stay with us. Before we get to that, the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Back at Little Caesars and good. Our popular Chicago-style pizza is back for a limited time only. Enjoy this delicious, thick, buttery crust pizza that's packed with layers of cheese, meats, and veggies for just $18. That inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars, Oakville, Carmichael Road, East Street, Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza.
Pizza, pizza.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you, for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
Are you self-employed or have a small business that's looking for a faster, easier way to submit your C10 statements and pay NIB contributions? Sign up for the NIB C10 Easy Submit and Pay mobile app today. It's quick, secure, and takes just 5 simple steps. You will need a completed R1 business registration form and 2 forms of ID, a passport, voter's card, NIB card, or driver's license. Choose your role and enter your info, NI number, employer's NI number, name, and date of birth. Hit next. Enter your email, check your inbox for the code, then type it in to verify. Upload the R1 form and your 2 forms of ID and tap submit. Track your application anytime by tapping check status. Once approved, you'll get your confirmation and PIN by email within 24 to 72 hours. Return to the app, tap register now, set your login details and enter your final code. That's it. You're now ready to manage your NIB contributions anytime, anywhere. Self-employed persons, small business owners. Skip the line, save time. Download the NIB C10 Easy Submit and Pay mobile app.
That does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Get the glow, keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
Just to give you a detailed update on the status of the Golden Yoke project. Here it is, the house is actually 95% completed. Birds are expected in April to enter this house. So what you see in here is a climatical control house. This house is 40 feet by 370 feet long. This actually has the capacity to withstand a Cat 5 storm. The type of steel in here is well insulated, something called a C15 cellulose, but actually helps the internal temperature to maintain stable throughout the chicken's life. This house will be equipped with automatic feeders, automatic drinkers. It'll have a ventilation system, consist of fans, and a lighting program. so the light actually helps with the photo stimulation for the birds to lay. So the control room is actually located in the center of the house on the right-hand side. And the control room actually have sensors, which tells you the ambient temperature, tells you the wind speed, tells you what's going on inside the chicken house, so that you will know that the birds are comfortable at all times. Okay, this room, what you're looking at, is called an egg processing facility. This building is equipped with a state-of-the-art watching room. The purpose of that room is for quality assurance, to make sure that you can actually see what's going on the floor. This section here is where we have refrigeration, okay? Eggs from the chicken houses will enter here. They'll go on to
the egg grading machine for the process. That's going to run at 10,800 an hour, which is plenty of capacity for the farms that are being built here at this stage. That will do all the washing, sanitizing, grading, and the machine's actually a digital grader, which you can sort the weights into 5 categories: small, medium, large, extra large, and jumbo.
Okay, so this whole project, again, the Golden Yoke project, will consist of 8 houses, the same size, in New Providence. And then you'll have 24 houses throughout the archipelago of the Bahamas. So these houses actually, presently right now, we import 27.2 million eggs per year. Provided all these houses are up in production, also the family island part, we will actually see ourselves to self-sufficiency in egg production.
Power does not stop at borders. When storms strike across the region, utility companies often rely on each other to help with electricity and stability for affected communities. In wake of Hurricane Melissa, Bahamas Power and Light sent a 7-member team to Jamaica. Echoing the initial assistance of our first group, our second team has spent the past month lending their expertise, supporting restoration efforts, and helping to bring the light back on for those who need it the most. Here's Chief Operating Officer Anthony Christie.
So we have staff spread across the Bahamas, and it's important that each of these staff have the opportunity and the chance to take part in an exercise like this. And we want to make sure that we use and send our best teams to help Jamaica in this effort.
Meet Paul Curry. This is his second deployment to Jamaica post-Hurricane Melissa.
We left a lot of customers back on supply, but it's a main grid that we would like to see completed. And additional rural customers who are still left without power because of their distance away from the main infrastructure, we want to make sure that they are taken care of as well.
Veteran BPL employee Kendall Roll.
We are here in the mountains in the parish called Fort Williams, where wake continues. The guys here, they are still in high spirits and ready to perform every morning. Be putting in 16 hours every day.
From the Bahamas to Jamaica, this is what regional cooperation looks like. Skilled professionals coming together to restore power and support communities in need. For the BPL team on the ground, the mission is clear: to help bring the light back on and to help bring hope back to the people of Jamaica.
The healing power of art comes alive at the Sandilands Rehabilitation Center. Find out more about their upcoming art exhibit and auction. Plus, a day at the Willamette Pratt Center for Girls, where your future engineers, project managers, and builders just might come from, thanks to Broad Limited. Those details straight ahead. Also, Bahamian Ad Agency takes home 2 coveted awards for their most recent work that went viral. You definitely want to stay close for that. And in sports, the B3As names a team for the World Indoor Championships.
Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this thankful Tuesday. I'm Royson Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Now, if you've been seeing green all day, that's because it's St. Patrick's Day. It's celebrated annually on March 17th and honors the patron saint of Ireland with parades, cultural festivals, and other traditions, including the wearing of green. Now, originally a religious feast day commemorating St. Patrick's death, it has evolved into a global celebration of Irish culture. And even here in the Bahamas, you can feel quite a bit of that energy with popular spots across the island leading into the vibrant celebrations, like these ones our team hit up around town today. With that said, let's dive right into the news. Something beautiful happens at the intersection of art and mental health, and the residents at the Sandilands Rehabilitation Center are finding out through a collection of deeply expressive works they're creating for the center's upcoming art exhibition and auction. Today we got the chance to speak with the creative minds, each one offering a powerful but quiet reflection of their journey. Amaya Moss tells us more.
At Sandilands Rehabilitation Center, silence is being transformed into something you can see and feel. An art expo now on display filled with pieces created by clients, each one carrying emotion too heavy for words, yet poured carefully onto canvas. Strokes of color capturing raw emotion, deep introspection, and a resilience that refuses to break. Stories that often go unheard, now impossible to ignore. Senior Assistant Hospital Administrator responsible for the Occupational Therapy Department, Lolita Colebrook, says initiatives like this are critical, not only in raising awareness, but reminding the public that mental health is not distant or abstract. It is present, personal, and deserving of compassion and attention.
That the artwork, some of which is displayed today, is done by patients or clients, we call them our clients, who are marginalized. And for most people, they don't have the artistic ability to do artistry such as this. So you can see here today the talent that our clients have, and I want our attendees, which is extended to the wider population, corporate citizen, the general public, to come on down and support this great initiative.
For the clients, many described their art as their voice when words fail, a way to release what they've carried for so long, to make sense of emotions that once felt overwhelming.
I like art just sets your mind free, and like you give it like a free opportunity to express your feelings in colors and the beauty of nature.
It allows me to be free in whatever mood I'm feeling.
Oh, it releases my mind. So when I go back in society, I'll be able to paint pictures on the wall for people who need pictures, paint it, and I'll make money and do what I gotta do.
Here at Sandilands Rehabilitation Center, every piece of art displayed today tells a story not just of struggle, but of survival, healing, and quiet triumph. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
What a beautiful story. Thanks so much, Amaya. Now, here's a cool story for you. Students from the William A. Pratt Center for Girls got some world-class help recently, designing their own cities from women working in engineering, architecture, and business during a mentorship session at the Penn Pratt Co-Educational Unit. The initiative was led by the Women of Braun Limited as part of the company's International Women's Day activities. The outreach was designed to introduce young women to the wide range of opportunities available across science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The William A. Pratt Center for Girls provides support, mentorship, and developmental programming for young women facing social and personal challenges. During the visit, several Braun professionals shared their career journeys and the challenges they overcame along the way. The visit concluded with a donation of cosmetology supplies to the newly established Beauty Skills program at the center, and this very important message.
Remember that where you are today does not define where you go tomorrow. You are capable of achieving great things.
Bahamian marketing and PR agency Fusion IMC making history after securing 2 Silver Addy Awards at the 2026 American Advertising Federation Caribbean Awards. The work on the First Care Pop the Balloon campaign went viral several weeks ago. The video mimicked the popular dating show of the same name, where one hopeful presents themselves before a few prospects, and if the prospect doesn't like what they see or hear, they pop the balloon. They're holding Eliminating Themselves from the Love Race. But in this ad, the race wasn't for finding love, but for finding the best insurance.
One single lady searches for her perfect health plan. Let's see which of these hopefuls can handle her terms.
And I want some U.S. coverage for
Founder and Chief Strategist Tyrena Neely says the win is huge for her firm and for Bahamian ad agencies in general, as the Addy Awards is the Super Bowl of the advertising community.
I think a lot of times, you don't quite realize the caliber and the quality of the work you do because we live on a small island, but our talent is global. And so the Addy Awards and award platforms like it are encouraging because it validates what we already know, that we have incredible talent here.
It feels surreal, and Addy Awards are they're like the Oscars of the marketing world, and so to be able to be recognized for our work, it feels unreal.
Now, Fusion took home the Silver Awards in Internet Commercial and the Silver Awards in Copywriting.
And so we wanted to insert ourselves into popular culture. We wanted to transform the way the brand presented itself by not highlighting its benefits directly, but showing how it stands out from its competitors, with First Care as the dominant brand, basically showing their benefits through the other brands eliminating themselves. And I watch Pop the Balloon. I know many people who watch Pop the Balloon, and watching it one day, I thought this would actually be really beautiful and impactful and entertaining.
A very creative commercial indeed. Still to come, the Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals are here to talk all about their upcoming spring educational seminar. And of course, Diane Dorset has your Access weather forecast, so stay close.
Isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? Ah, you haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
Hip-hop royalty touched down in the Bahamas, and What's Trending got the exclusive. For 2 nights only, legendary lyricist Talib Kweli lit up the stage at the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we sat down with him for a conversation you won't see anywhere else. From his iconic career to what inspires his music today, Kweli gets real with What's Trending. Catch the exclusive interview this Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Only on What's Trending.
It's Tuesday and it's time for your Access weather forecast. Your quick look at what's shaping our weather for the next few days. Our satellite picture is showing a thick layer of clouds with embedded showers, especially along the frontal boundary, spreading across the northwest and the central Bahamas. Now, this cloudiness is associated with a cold front, which will bring cooler and very comfortable nighttime temperatures all week long. We're talking about temperatures in the 60s. Now, taking a look at your boating forecast in the northwest Bahamas Bahamas tonight. Winds will be northerly at 12 to 18 knots with seas at 3 to 6 feet, a high tide at 7:52, and small craft operators are advised to exercise caution. In the central Bahamas, winds will be southwest at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. And for those in the southeast, same wind speeds but with a direction of southeast winds. Now, on tomorrow for the northwest Bahamas, winds will be northwest at 12 to 18 knots with seas at 3 to 6 feet. We'll get a high tide 8:11 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 2:32 in the afternoon. And for the central Bahamas, winds will be northeast at 10 to 15 knots, with seas at 2 to 4 feet. And for the southeast, once again, same wind speeds, but a different direction southeast, with seas at 2 to 4 feet. Finally, on Thursday, in the northwest Bahamas, winds will be northerly at 15 to 20 knots. You'll see wind speeds increasing with seas at 4 to 7 feet, a high tide at 8:50 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 3:08 in the afternoon. In the central Bahamas, winds will be 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. And finally, for the southeast Bahamas on Thursday, winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. It's time now for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
I was messing with this something, but she was somebody something. She wants to be on the side. Run on that stop, find out the truth. I didn't want to get in no dispute. I break it off to find something new. The trouble already start to brew. After that, I was sitting off in a few. I tell my boy, but what I guess. So he tell me the street and radio. He say, why you think nothing gotten through? Some for you. That may not be a gal, but don't be no fool. Peace for you. She could give it to, she won't give it to. Some for you. But don't get no feel, it's just stick and move. Peace for you. Why you think nothing gotten through?
International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that wraps up your Access weather forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone. Royston.
Of course, you can't have the sun without the rain. Thanks so much, Diane. Now, in tonight's BTC Connection, the company continues to recognize International Women's Month by participating in BTC's Magical Moments reading tour.
It is important for organizations such as BTC to come in and spend time and also to read with our students to show that reading is very important.
I am quite appreciative of BTC coming to take a time out of their busy schedule to come and read for the children, because I feel the children need to hear another voice outside of their parents and obviously their teachers who they hear all day. And thank you, because I did get a notification today that it is Dr. Seuss's birthday, so happy birthday, Dr. Seuss. And I am really thankful for BTC to coming and read with them and celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. It's so fitting.
The country has a deficiency in reading and math right now, so for the children to be able to hear others come in to read to them is something that's really important. Students normally have the opportunity to hear teachers do it, but I think when you have external organizations come in, it gives them a fresh breath of fresh air.
At this time, I would like to thank BTC.
BTC.
I would like to thank BTC for coming to Uriah to read to us.
Thanks so much. Under the theme, The Power of Connection, Strengthening Networking, the Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals will host its 2026 Spring Education Seminar. Very excited about that. 5 speakers will present everything from proper work attire to workplace ethics. And joining us to talk more about it is Marianne Cadet, the association's assistant treasurer, and Mark Barrett, the association's first and only male member. I want to thank you both for joining us on Access Now tonight.
Thank you for inviting us.
Now, please tell us, the seminar that's upcoming, what is it all about, and what is the initiative or catalyst that started it all?
Well, this organization started in 1966, so we're about 60 years old. Wow. Where a group of women decided that they wanted to establish the Bahamas Secretaries Association. Okay. And from that, we've developed into the Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals, where we focus on developing professionals so that they can be their best self. And when we have these seminars, it's not just to focus on professional development alone, but we focus on the whole being. And so we have an aspect of our seminar that's going to be focused on health. We have Dr. Lavard Roberts that's going to be speaking on kidney disease prevention. We also have Ms. Roll, who's going to be speaking on appropriate office attire. We also have AI, which is the thing right now.
Absolutely.
And so to ensure that persons are keeping up. And then we also have Dr. Melissa Hall is going to be speaking on transformation in the workplace and ethics. And our focus is on networking. We're going to have the beginning of our seminar where Reverend Ferguson, Anatole Ferguson is going to be speaking on being grounded while networking, which is important.
Absolutely.
Because we don't want persons to lose themselves in networking so they can show up authentically themselves.
Such a wide range of speakers. I think there's something for everyone in there.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Mark, I wanted to ask you as well. Of course, now the association is doing a lot of work outside this seminar. And what is some of that work to help professionals in today's economy and with the job market being what it is?
Okay. Most recently, the association embarked on a particular project, a charter project, at the C.R. Walker Secondary School, where we incorporated that particular school into our association. And what we are doing is that we are focusing on training this group of individuals to being the next set of administrative professionals within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And Royce, what is unique about this right here is that we are embarking on innovative ideas, technology, be incorporating that within the training process. Be using not only the computers and other technologies within the workplace, but also AI, as was just spoken of by Ms. Cadet. And so we are incorporating all of these various technologies within the work field so that we can advance the Bahamian workforce. In particular, the work environment, the office, the government departments, and other quasi-government departments and private sector.
I think it's such critical work and such timely work at that. I also want to ask you what participants can expect to take away from this ceremony. What's the walk away for them, the key walk aways?
I would say, you know, definitely the importance of networking, the power of connection, and they're going to take away why it's so important to have good work ethic and to always work on developing yourself so you can show up your best. So that's what they should get.
To continue the development ongoing. Yes.
And just to add to that, we have 5 dynamic speakers. One, we have Anatole Ferguson. I don't know if you know of her. She is the assistant rector at Christ the King Church in Ridgeland Park. She is trend-setting. She is a dynamic speaker, and I believe she's going to set wave within the Commonwealth. And I would hasten to add that we have the Bahamas' best newpologist in the person of Dr. Lavard Roberts. Trust me, spectacular.
It's a high caliber speaker.
Yeah, high caliber of speakers. And so I would admonish the Bahamian public, particularly those in the private sector, the government sector, to be a part of what is happening on Friday.
Yes, I was going to ask you about the details. When, where, and how can people participate and be a part of this?
Okay, so the seminar is going to be at Holy Trinity Activity Center on Friday. We start from 8 a.m. and it ends at 3 p.m. And so if you want to be a part, you don't have to wait for your organization. You can also register. You can email us at BAAP20153 to get registered. Like Mr. Barrett said, this is the place to be on Friday. You don't want to miss it.
No.
Looking forward to it.
Certainly.
You don't want to miss it.
No.
Absolutely.
And like Ms. Cadet stated, we have evolved into what we are today from Miss Ann Lowe, Barbara Tier. These ladies sacrifice their time and pass on the mantle. And so we have been around for a long time. We have established, we are a resilient organization, just like the conch shell you see right there. Right.
Absolutely.
Been around, beautiful.
Forming over many, many years to that development point.
Many years.
Of course, we're going to have to come back on the show to hear more about the organization's ongoing work, because I would love to hear it, and I think it's so, so important, especially for Bahamians, professionals, young and old, to continue development, as you said. And I wish you the very best on Friday. I'm sure it's going to be an excellent, excellent seminar. And of course, you need to take part in it. You know how to get access, so do so now. We're going to take a short break, and after that, more Access Now.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Long Island, we've helped 77 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $1.9 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Long Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: fishing, transportation, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC, Bahamas.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports in track and field news. The 21st World Athletics Indoor Championships are set for this weekend in Turin, Poland. And the B3A's officially has named a 5-member team that will represent the Bahamas at the global meet. Named to Team Bahamas are Devin Charlton, who's going after an unprecedented 3rd straight title in the women's 60-meter hurdles. Nisha Cartwright, who will also compete in the women's 60 hurdles. Charisma Taylor, who has been entered in that event as well. She'll also compete in the women's triple jump event. Multi-events athlete Kendrick Thompson will compete in the men's open heptathlon, and Taj Brown will line up in the men's 60-meter hurdles. Bernard Roll is the head coach of the 5-member team, and Nicholas Morley is the team's physiotherapist. Now, the task in front of Charlton is a chance to become the first woman to win 3 straight world indoor titles in the women's 60-meter hurdles. As it stands, Charlton, along with Americans Nia Ali and Lolo Jones, are the only women to win back-to-back indoor 60-meter hurdles titles. Charlton, of course, won gold and set a new world record of 7.65 seconds in Glasgow, Scotland in 2024, and returned to the world stage 1 year later, repeated as champion in Nanjing, China. So on track news, this time from over the weekend, Wanye McCoy becoming the fastest Bahamian man over 200 meters indoors. McCoy, in his final collegiate indoor competition, would cross the tape in 2017, besting Terrence Jones's mark of 2021 to secure the silver medal at the NCAA Indoor Championships. University of Florida senior would also set a new school record, ranking him number 12 all-time in the NCAA. He's also currently ranked number 2 in the world this season. McCoy also rounded the men's 4x4 relay, helping the Florida Gators to a 5th-place finish in 3:04.04. Overall, the Gators men's track team finished 3rd overall with 26 points across the 2-day competition. Their 12th top 3 finish at the meet since 2010. From the track to the pool, more from our swimmers set to represent the Bahamas at the Carifta Swimming Championships in Martinique next month. Yesterday, we spoke to a few of the veterans, and today we hear from some of the first-timers about what they can expect when they make their Carifta debut.
Well, just to bring points back for my team and try get myself a medal. Like, I'm not really that nervous because I went through this feeling a couple of months ago at Goodwill, so it just feels good.
My expectations are pretty high. Like, I expect myself to go really fast and do my best. It feels really good representing my country.
My expectations are to do the best and to make my team and the Bahamas proud.
As for head coach Toronto McPhee, he's expecting big things out of their younger age divisions as well.
A lot of strong boys, 11 and 12s, even though they're first timers. I see 11 and 12 improve so much over the 3 weeks, leading up to Carifta. We expect them to hold it down. The 11 and 12 girls led by Isabella Monroe. I think we have a stronger age group this year. Adding Grace Nottage, adding Star. So overall, I think from top to bottom, we have a very strong team.
In volleyball news, the third seed University of the Bahamas Mingo's women's volleyball team got their playoff action underway in the Providence Volleyball Association with a matchup against the second seeded Lady Warhawks on Sunday. UB got off to a strong start in the first set, going up 8-3. Lady Warhawks used an 8-2 run to beat UB 25-23 in the first set. UB, they would not be able to respond in this one as they would go on to drop the remaining 2 sets and go down 1-0 in the best of 3 series. Game 2 of this series is set for Friday.
Where we are now is what we really planned for. We planned on ending up in the second or third position, whereas second would play third, and that's the position that we're in. So we're very excited that we met that goal. We're excited that we made it to the playoff at this level, at a higher level than last year. So we are one up. We played a very good game.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Pop royalty touched down in the Bahamas, and What's Trending got the exclusive. For 2 nights only, legendary lyricist Talib Kweli lit up the stage at the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we sat down with him for a conversation you won't see anywhere else. From his iconic career to what inspires his music today, Kweli gets real with What's Trending. Catch the exclusive interview this Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Only on What's Trending.
You're looking at a shot of Horseshoe Drive there in the Oaksfield area. That shot courtesy of drone pilot D. Shane Gibson. It's time now to take a trip to Andros. Let's go. Now, it's not every day you get to celebrate a life that has spanned more than a century, but that's exactly what residents of South Andros did on Sunday, March 15th, for a very special woman. Here again is Diane Dorset.
107. That's the number of times Mrs. Glendina Knowles of South Andros has had the birthday song sung to her. On Sunday, that familiar melody rang out once again as family, friends, and community members gathered at Mount Zion Baptist Church in South Andros to celebrate an extraordinary milestone, her 107th birthday. Those close to Mrs. Knowles say she has always been a pillar of strength, offering guidance, love, and wisdom to everyone around her.
She's a woman of faith, and she, during her tender year as pastor at the Upper Zion Baptist Church, she really loved the Lord. And watching her grow up as a child, she would go through the island from Mangrove Key, South Andros, just preaching the word of God from church to church, lifting up the name of Jesus. And it's so awesome to know that that she loved the Lord, and she was out there preaching the word of God to the people of God.
Born and raised in South Andros, Mrs. Knowles has lived through generations of change, becoming a symbol of resilience in her community. Member of Parliament for South Andros, the Honorable Leon Lundy, joined the service, recognizing the milestone as a proud moment for the entire constituency. As he says, she represents a living bridge between generations.
To live for 107 years is to witness generations rise and flourish. It means seeing families grow, watching communities change and develop, and offering guidance to children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and what I learned today, even great-great-great-grandchildren. A centenarian carries with them the wisdom of experience and the quiet strength that only time can produce.
Also in attendance was the Governor General, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Cynthia Pratt, who said milestones like this are a reminder of the richness of the nation.
Reverend Knowles, please know, ma'am, that your life is a testament of love, laughter, and lasting impact on us all. We thank God for your wisdom, stories, and the joys you shared with generations. You are indeed a national treasure.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsat.
A phenomenal achievement and a very happy belated birthday from the team here at Access Now. It's time now for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Stewart.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Socials. Today I've got something wild to show you. It's the newest AI fruit trend, and trust me, it's dramatic. Basically, people are using AI to create these fruit characters, like apples, bananas, even tomatoes, and they're yelling at each other. And I mean full-on soap opera yelling. They're screaming, arguments, betrayal, suspense, all happening between pieces of fruit.
Why is Mom looking at that guy like that?
Because he has something I could never give her.
You're useless! I deserve a real life, not this.
Please, the boy is watching.
Will we always live like this, in this box?
No, this is only a chapter, not our whole story.
But I'm scared, Dad.
It's no use. Nobody is coming to help us.
No, Dad, don't give up. Remember what you said. Dad, look at all these people.
We're selling out. We actually did it.
Finally, this is the life I always deserved.
Sure, babe. Whatever you say.
Wait, what is this? Who is she?
This is my real wife.
It's kind of amazing to watch because it's chaotic, hilarious, and honestly, a little inspiring for creators. Like, if an apple can have more drama than my inbox, maybe we should all step up our game in storytelling. So if you're looking for a weird, fun scrolling break today, check out the AI fruit drama trend. It's exactly the kind of chaos we didn't know we needed. I'm Matea Stewart. I'll see you tomorrow.
The AI possibilities seem endless. Thanks so much, Matea. Now, before we wrap up, a quick programming note for you. Talib Kweli brought all the energy to the John Batiste Jazz Club, and we've got the exclusive sit-down. Watch it on What's Trending tomorrow, Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. That's going to do it for us here on Access Now. Stay tuned for the Rundown with Howard Grant. Good night, everybody.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Your mission is in. Yes, Mom! Agent 1, what is a touch? Physical contact, Mom. Agent 2, what is a good touch? Touches that make you feel alright, Mom. Such as? A high five, a handshake, even a kiss, Mom. Good. Now, Agent 3, what is a bad touch? Touches that make you feel not so good, Mom. Like a slap, a kick, a pinch. And most important, if someone touches your private part. And what do we do when someone gives us a bad touch? You tell a trusted adult, Mom. For help, Mom. Tell them, don't do that, Mom. Agent, I see that you understand. Now it's your mission to spread this information. Just remember that good touches are okay. And bad touches are not okay. So, Agent, go spread the word. Yes.
Did you know that it's easy to teach a pot cake new tricks? Just go grab a treat and show them what you'd like them to do. Whether it be sit, stay, or walk properly on a leash, pot cakes are very intelligent and always want to please. Try it with your dog today.
Ginger. Sit. Good girl.
Good boy. Down, yes. Roll over, all the way, roll over.
right.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
and gentlemen, and welcome to The Rundown. I'm Howard Grant right here on ZNS Network. It's so wonderful for you to be with me. It's so wonderful that you chose to be able to be here this evening. It is a wonderful day. Great things have happened. I don't know if you're anything like me. In the middle of the day, some things came out, and the Prime Minister was being able to speak about some high oil prices that exist overseas and being able to identify those things. I know that all of us are sort of, chewing our nails down to the bud, trying to be able to make a determination as to whether or not we should be able to dust off that old bicycle. My God. We're trying to figure out whether or not our energy bills will go up, but the Prime Minister has recommitted himself, doubled down. He and the Minister of Economic Affairs being able to talk about the fact that, hey, listen, we're not going to, your energy bills won't rise. We'll ensure that we can be able to keep this in this kind of a stead, in this space. We're hearing a great deal of persons being able to come out today. Some information came out from Western Air indicating that there's a possibility that you would be able to see as a result of what's happening, increased tickets. Listen, buy your ticket to Miami now for September. I mean, let's be very clear about these things. There's a lot of things happening out there, and we got to be able to commend the Prime Minister in his stead and capacity to be able to ensure that he can be able to do his best to keep these particular things down, the energy down. We're ready to hear it. We hear more things about the Straits of Hormuz. We hear more things about the back channels associated with what's happening with Iran and Iraq. We're hearing all these things about, the United States of America trying to be able to find their allies to be able to fight this war, whether or not in the Straits of Hormuz, you're going to be able to be ushered in and have these. Listen, there's a lot going on around the world. And us here in this little space for 400,000 people, we're trying to be able to make a determination as to exactly what's going to happen with us. Hey, how is this going to affect us? What's the trickle effect in these particular areas? Well, we're going to hear more about that and be able to find out exactly what's going to happen and moving in that direction. So we're looking forward to being able to hear about that. Now, listen, CAPA's bill has passed in the House of Assembly today at 5:48 p.m. I understand that it was a real birthing experience, right? So we're going to be talking about that today. We've got Ian Poitier in the house with us. He's going to be talking to us about those particular things. It's an exciting time, so we're going to find out more about it. We also are celebrating Police Month. In the studio with me today, we have a contingent of men and women who's going to be joining us a little later to be able to talk to us about Police Month. We're going to have a great conversation. Now, guys, I want you to be able to stick with us. The Rundown returns right after these quick commercial breaks.
15 to 17 girls, 200 free. The Bahamas represented by the twin sisters, twin towers more like it. Aubrey Higgs in lane 5 and Lily Higgs in lane 3. In lane 1 from Martinique, Mika Haider. In lane 2 from Jamaica, Kelsey Campbell. Hannah Gill from Barbados in lane 4. Rebecca Maduro from Aruba in lane 6. Marie Carmejanelani from Martinique in lane 7. And in lane 8, Alexis Clark. So again, we're going to be looking in lane 5 and lane 3. Aubrey Higgs in lane 5 and her sister Lily Higgs in lane 3. Aubrey seems to have fallen off just a little bit, but she's traditionally never been a strong first 100 swimmer in the 200. Expect her to take it very easy and see her to make a move after this turn. It's almost a 4-way tie right now. Everybody jockeying for that spot. Aubrey Higgs right out there for the Bahamas, and we're going to turn almost in sync. Less than a second separating top from bottom, but Aubrey Higgs making a slight move there. Coming off, she still has to watch out though over in lane 2. It is Kelsey Campbell from Jamaica making a strong move. Not sure if she can hold that on, but nobody may be able to see the Jamaican Kelsey Campbell in lane 2 and not really paying much attention, but in the middle of the pool it is Aubrey Higgs in 5 and then Lily Higgs in lane 3, separated only by the Bayesian. I do not think that they can see out there in lane 2 Kelsey Campbell from Jamaica, who's made a move. Everybody coming off the wall may have seen her on the turn. It seems as if everybody is put on the afterburners, but Kelsey Campbell from Jamaica already out there. She's going to run away with it, but it looks as if Aubrey Higgs and Lily Higgs challenging by the Jamaica Bayesian, pardon me. It's going to be Aubrey Higgs and Lily in lane 3 trying to get by it. In lane 1, it is also Mika Haider from Martinique making a push. Aubrey Higgs falling off. It's Lily Higgs now. It could be Lily Higgs slipping in there for a medal. And on the touch, it will be Lily Higgs picking up a silver medal for Team Bahamas in lane 3.
The Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training advises the public that the registration process of the 2026-2027 school year for public school students has commenced. Parents are urged to register their children before the deadline of the 31st of March, 2026. Here's what you'll need: your child's proof of identity, immunization card, their most recent transcript or report card, parents or guardians' proof of identity. Register before the deadline to ensure a seamless transition into the new school year. Don't delay. Register today.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Rundown. I am Howard Grant. It is wonderful to have you with us. Well, the Creative and Performing Arts Center officially opened last year, September, to a warm welcome from the creators across the Bahamas. The school is the nation's first conservatory-style institution for performing arts. It offers free tertiary-level training in acting, dance, singing, and production for adults, aiming to diversify the economy, prepare students for professional careers in film, television, and stage. Legislation has just passed today in the Senate at 5:48. I'm sure Ian will tell you all about it, right? Acting Campus Chairman Ian Poitier starts off the talk show this evening and going to be able to talk to us about the dynamic and long-awaited program. Good evening, my brother. It is absolutely wonderful to have you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Talk to me about Campus. Talk to me about this sort of a concept. What's it all about?
So Campus is the Creative and Performing Arts School of the Bahamas, and it's as well as teaching the performing arts, it teaches the production arts and the creative arts. So what that means is, along with acting, dancing, and singing, we teach writing, directing, producing, choreography, and then all the production arts. So what do you see here? Lights, camera, sound, hair, makeup, production management, everything. Really comprehensive training for film, theatre, television, radio, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was this birth, this sort of a concept? We know about the Dundas, we know about this sort of an idea that exists in our culture, we know about the necessity for being able to perform. We are touristic people, we know about this performance. Where has the formality come from to be able to introduce this?
So it's something that's been wanted for decades. I mean, since I was a child and, you know, talking to people like Winston Sanders and Clement Bethel and hanging around them, the idea was always, we need to start with the school. We have these spaces to perform, but if you want a professional sector, if you want an economic sector, it needs to be sustainable, and that starts with the talent. The way it started for me was I was living in London. I had a career there for a very long time, and I was approached by then Prime Minister Perry Christie and Subaltern and Ryan Pinder. And I got called in for this kind of surprise meeting, and they said they wanted to build a performing arts centre. And so we talked about that, and I said, you know, well, we need to start with the school. And that's where the journey started. I was due to come home for 2 years. And,
you haven't left yet?
It's still here. Well, as I've learned, you know, these things are slow. And when you're working with government bureaucracies, it really takes time. But hey, we're here. And today, we got a piece of legislation that is landmark.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about the necessity for the legislation. Isn't this sort of an idea of democracy and this freedom, this liberty associated with the performing arts? Doesn't it exist in its own ethos, in its own space? What's this formality of being able to take it through the House of Assembly, through the Senate, so forth and so on, to be able to get it passed? Talk to me about that.
So legislation enshrines it as a national institution. This isn't Ian's Performing Arts School. This isn't anybody's Performing Arts School. This is the National Creative and Performing Arts School of the Bahamas. That's important. The other thing, it makes it not subject to the fashion of the time. So in any given political period, there are always things that are more urgent. There's hospitals and, you know, normal schools and roads and et cetera, et cetera. But the arts are may not be urgent, but they are necessary. And when you take a step like this, you enshrine it into the fabric of the society. So like the University of the Bahamas, like BTVI, like National Art Gallery, like Clifton, we say that this is an important thing. And we don't want it to be subject to the sort of winds of fancy that might blow through any political climate. That's the one thing.
So this solidifies it.
It solidifies it. Yeah. But guess what? With that, you can make the thing sustainable. You can plan. I can go out to donors and say, hey, this thing's going to be here in 5, 10 years. Give me $1 million for this program, and you know, we'll be here in 10 years' time to see it pay off. So that sustainability, that kind of confidence that it's going to be here for the long term is important. But the other thing is transparency and accountability. We aspire to great things. We have an intense training program. It's conservatoire style, so you go hard at it every day. It is right that as a national institution, we are transparent and held accountable to the public purse. We're going to be doing all sorts of things, and this legislation sets out what we can do and what we can't do, what we do to achieve, but also how we report back. It's a big moment.
I want to know something now. You started to talk about this kind of sort of a tertiary level, free tertiary level training in acting and dancing and so forth and so on. This tertiary level training, what is the succession plan? What is my daughter, for instance? She loves Hamilton. And listen, she loves the thing. She had me watch the thing. I was like, listen, you're doing too much, right? So she was there, she's watching it, and she's always been interested in the arts. Right? So we started to talk to her about the possibility of being able to go off. What is the succession plan for those persons who are tapping into creativity now? What is the long-term goal in terms of what we'd like to see coming out of it?
So this is a training hub, and this sits at the center of the whole kind of creative economy, the whole creative ecosystem. In terms of the pipeline, Ian, how old is your daughter?
She's 18.
She's 18. Okay, so great. She can come and audition for campus. But at the primary and secondary levels, Minister Hannah Martin's already working in schools to expand the arts syllabus. So we're looking at people who have some talent potential and saying campus is an option. She could come to campus, have a foundation year, see if she likes it, see if it's right for her, and then graduate into our diploma program, which is 3 years, and cover all the performing arts. After that, part of our mission contained in this legislation is to chart career paths. So the government of the Bahamas, or at least this present administration, is committed to building a film and TV production village, committed to building a performing arts center, so a live stage center, committed to a film incentive bill to give international filmmakers some tax advantages to come here and film using our talent. There are a number of things that build out careers from this. In terms of what we're doing, in terms of what I'm doing, is expanding our international network. So we already in conversation with a number of big partners. We are partnered with the United Talent Agency, which is one of the big Hollywood 3. So they're helping us to design these courses to make sure they're industry ready and right. They're also introducing us to a whole bunch of people.
I was just about to ask you this sort of a succession plan of being able to be recognized. If you got formality from this particular standpoint, is this accredited in a sense?
We will be accredited. What you do is you get your school validated. So we say to certain other well-established schools, come and check out our program. They come and watch, they inspect, they talk to the students, talk to the staff, they talk to the faculty, and then they say, yes, you are teaching at the standard that is required of an international conservatoire. And that means that international students can come and know that they're going to get quality training. But the other thing is we get accreditation from NACOB, which is the Bahamian accrediting agency. We go to them and say, this is our syllabus, and these people are qualified to teach, and this is what the teaching is doing, and it's safe, and all this sort of things.
I am sure when former Prime Minister Christie and Bertram Bethel and you said Ryan Pinder, when they spoke to you, they never saw the formality of this. They probably had an idea about the creativity and what
they wanted a theatre, and you know, there's no reason why they should know all of this. I mean, this is my professional life, and so I've knocked around for a long time around all of this. But it's, you know, there have been 2 administrations since then, and really it's Prime Minister Davis who gave life to this. I work for him as an advisor anyway, but he really allowed me the time and scope and resources to be able to do this. This is the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. I keep bursting into tears, kind of.
Birthing pains.
Yeah, but it's, you know, up until it went through the Senate, you kind of think something else is going to go wrong. There's been so many obstacles, you know, and you keep going. You just keep going. It's hard. It's also technically hard. You know, we drafted this legislation before submitting it to the Law Commission and to the Attorney General's office. And I'm so proud that on my team, we have someone like Hartman Longley, who's our head of operations, who could draft this. He's a trained lawyer as well. We have other people, Megan Minus, who's our production person. She's a trained architect, so helping with the design.
You start calling names, you got to call everybody name now.
Well, I won't. I mean, they all know who they are. But I say that to say that you build out a team of people who bring multiple skills to the table. And I'm so proud and grateful to them. You know, when we started, for staff and students, nothing existed other than me coming on shows like this and saying so.
So what's the future? Tell me about the future.
The future's bright. It's so good. Our students are amazing. We put on a showcase at the end of January. They were extraordinary. After 9 weeks of training, what they could do. Our big opening night, it rained, and still they performed on the porch behind the rain. We have these beautiful pictures, but it was terrifying and wet, and they went on and were just fantastic. So the future ahead is that these people are going to be trained to a standard where they can work anywhere. They're going to make things that we can't imagine here. They're going to create things that are interesting and fascinating and beautiful and challenging and upsetting. We don't know what they'll do, but they'll do it at such a level that everyone will want to see it. And tourists will come here especially to see it, and people from around the world are going to say, bring me a Bahamian to do it.
I love
it's going to be the best thing. It's not optimism. I know it. I know it.
You know it.
Meet our students. Look at their faces. They'll tell you everything you need to.
I got to come and check it out.
Yeah.
I got to be able to do that. I want to be able to commend you and your entire team for being able to put something together, because I think that this really sets the standard, and really being able to create a space for persons to understand that there are strategic steps that need to take if you're looking for sustainability, if you're looking to be able to get to that long-term goal. So I want to commend you.
Thank you.
I want to commend all those persons from a governmental standpoint who had the vision enough to say, hey, bring this into this kind of a space.
There's lots. Can I just show this?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It's, I don't know where I'm kind of looking here. So if I do that.
This is his baby.
So you do everything. You don't sleep forever. You hurt your knees and your back and your hips, and you go broke, and you do everything. And this is how it ends up in this paper. Can you see that here?
Yeah.
Where it says, it's got a little crest there, and it says the Creative and Performing Arts School of the Bahamas 2026.
Congratulations. It's a boy. Well, I want to thank you so very kindly for being able to do that, guys. When we get back, we're going to hear a little bit more about the police to ensure that Bahamians everywhere are safe. This is the rundown. We're going to be right back. Ms. Poitier, thank you so much. All right? Right after this.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
You're still here?
But of course you are. But be sure to tune in every weekday at 7:30 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now,
where we bring you the brighter side of news.
Join us for the Bahamas Tonight
Access Now, weeknights at 7:30 p.m.
Did you know that 1/3 of all traffic fatalities occur as a result of excessive speed. Excessive speed impedes a driver's point of perception, which affects braking distance. In the inner city, residential areas, and high pedestrian traffic areas, the speed limit ranges from 15 to 25 miles per hour. On the outskirts of the island, especially where a sign is not posted, the law dictates that the speed limit shall be 30 miles per hour. The maximum speed limit for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is 45 miles per hour. Here are some safety tips for you. Avoid aggressive and distracted driving. Reduce excessive speed and drive at the appropriate speed to suit the current road conditions. Avoid operating a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs. Be vigilant and always maintain good visibility of the road, and be mindful of other road users, such as pedestrians. Leave out in a timely manner to compensate for potential traffic delays. Even one life lost to traffic fatality is one life lost too many. On behalf of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, please slow down.
This public service announcement is brought to you by FG Insurance Agents and Brokers, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
One of the things with Ill Ability's mission is to empower individuals to live life with limitless possibilities through positive interactions within communities worldwide.
There are many people around the world, able-bodied and differently able, who have doubts, who lack confidence, who aren't sure what they want to do with their lives, or don't think that they can do what they would like to do, what they dream of doing. And we try to show them that if you have a dream and you stop making excuses for yourself as to why you cannot or should not pursue your dream or your passion, then there are no limits to what you can achieve.
Like when someone sees my dance, I want them to see that message that no matter what obstacles they're faced with, they can always find a way to do it their own way.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action, protecting life and health.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I told you about Police Month. It was formed all the way back in March 1st, 1840. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is the premier law enforcement agency of the country. The force was established with 17 initial members, 16 private constables, and 1 inspector general to provide a 24 hours patrol for New Providence, placing earlier night watchmen on relief. Well, this month, March, is annually observed as Police Month. Originating with the 16 men under the Inspector General John Pinder, the force has grown into a modern organization with thousands of officers dedicated to maintaining law, order, and safety throughout the archipelago. Joining me to talk about it tonight, the Police Month, is ASP Freddie Slugger Lightburn. Do we say Slugger Lightburn, or we just go? Whatever works. Okay, let's go, right? Inspector Jared Culmer and Constable Michael Ingram. Gentlemen, welcome to the Rundown. It's so wonderful to have you.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
I know we have an extra chair, but you know, you understand. Tell me about it. Tell me about Police Month. Like I told you, I just found out that it was Police Month. The only thing I knew for the past 26 years is my wife's birthday is March, so I did not know other space.
Well,
but tell me about
happy anniversary, happy birthday, all of the above.
Listen, the whole month you take. I don't know how y'all get a little space before you go.
Well, this Police Month, this year in particular, we are celebrating 186 years of unbroken
186 years.
I can tell persons we didn't take a break off because of COVID. We didn't take a break off because of hurricane. We gave consistent service to the Bahamian people. So it's just a time for officers to unwind and get to enjoy each other. Like, just let our hair down and have fun. We still patrolling now. We still doing our job and making sure keep the Commonwealth of Bahamas safe, but we just taking our time to actually friendly rivalries.
Is it like building morale and camaraderie within the force?
It definitely is.
Is people, are they excited about it?
Later on, we will have ASP Lightbourne and Officer Ingram talk about their respective sports, softball and basketball. So we just want to touch on that before we even get to that portion of it. Just want to touch on the stuff we have done so far. From March 1st, the commissioner mandated every police officer to go to various police stations, every church. Go to that church and just pay respect to God for protecting us.
In uniform or just?
No, it's in our own clothes.
Okay.
We won't be comfortable.
Yeah.
So when you go to your church, you could clap and you could shake up and you could have a good time just serving the Lord, praising the Lord.
Praise God.
And we also, just certain stuff I can mention, we actually had reading across the Bahamas, where we went to private public schools. Some
and read to the kids?
Read to the kids.
Really?
The commissioner of police, Ms. Shanta Knowles, actually went to Blairwood Academy. That's
Really?
the special kids school, and the kids took over and they actually read to her. And it was very impressive to see the work that the teachers there are actually doing with the students. Then you had just various stations and various divisions went. I know members from National Crime Prevention Office, they actually went to the Center for the Deaf in Oaksfield, if I remember correctly, and they actually learned sign language. It was a good experience. And we also...
I want to know, how did the community respond to it? I know that the camaraderie is built and everybody's excited about being able to do this in March, but how do you get response? Because listening to you start to tell me about the commissioner being able to sit down and read to the kids and they take over and so forth and so on, persons being able to come out, it's a wonderful thing to see. I always love from a child to be able to see the khakis walking up and down and being able to patrol. I don't know whether or not it's just a European thing in my mind, but it was something that we always had a great sense of pride in. How is the response from the community during this particular time?
The response from the community is very positive because at the end of the day, we come from these same communities that we are sworn to protect. So, we, you, us. But they all say the police are our friends, and we really are friends, and we are not our friends, we family as well.
Police are me friend, right?
Let's get it. We friends and family. So we also, it's just an opportunity for us to reach out to the community as well.
Yeah.
Like I know every Monday we go to senior citizens' homes and we actually feed the commissioner and the senior executive leadership team as well with other members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, go out and actually feed the people, read stories with the senior citizens, just thanking them for their opportunity they gave us to actually just to follow up the great steps they did.
That's excellent, man.
So,
I want to commend you all for being able to do that. Now, the month ain't finished yet.
The month is finished. We're only midway.
The month ain't finished yet, so I know that you all still have some great deal of things that you're doing out there. Tell me about some of the things that you do, and how do we participate with it?
Okay, we have the Domino's tournament actually tomorrow.
Did you arrest less people and do less tickets this month? I mean, talk to me.
They behaving this month.
People behaving.
They behaving this month, so they're giving us the chance to actually unwind. So we are thankful for that. We want to ask that. We want to thank God for giving us the opportunity to actually unwind a little bit. We ain't stopped. We just relax a little bit because they're giving us a chance.
Yeah.
So we have the Domino tournament is tomorrow at 1 p.m. at police headquarters, so the Paul Ferguson. It's only for police officers, but members of the public can actually come and actually watch. We will have food and drinks on sale. You can actually by taking you in a safe environment. So that's a good thing. Then I guess I'll hand it over to ASP Lightbourne. He's talking about his basketball.
Well, we all know that.
You play basketball?
Many years ago. I used to be pretty good at it at one time. many moons ago, I was pretty good at it. But now I'm tasked with planning and executing the event for the guys that are coming up. But Saturday, basketball is one of the, if not the premier sport in the country. Last year, basketball was a major event in Police Month. This year, we want to make it even bigger. We chose AF Adley because, in our belief, AF Adley is the mecca of basketball in the country. Kendall Isaac's gym might be the national gym, but AF Adley is the spot for basketball. We want you in there sweating with your little fans. You could reach out and touch the players. So we chose AF Adley because it's so intimate. And Miss Knowles is is a leader that wants to interact with people. She's sitting here, the little girl that wants to be like her one day, sitting next to her. A little kid is in the front of her. Everybody is in arm's reach of the Commissioner of Police.
I like this. But tell me about this. How does your tournament set up? Whether it's the dominoes, whether it's the basketball, and I see that you got some softball. I'm sure that Mr. Ingram's going to be able to tell us about that, and Constable Ingram is going to be able to tell us about that. But tell me about this. How do you have it set up? Is it internal? Do you have external teams coming in? Tell me about how you got it set up.
Everything is internal for this, for Police Month. Like Inspect said earlier, we want everyone in the Bahamas flying to come in. Everything, getting into the gym is free of charge. Just come in. We're starting at 9 a.m. We can be there all night. I want to say this.
Getting in free.
Getting in free.
Anything else free? That's how you invite people to meet you. The company, you invite the people to meet them. Have the big meeting, and
free.
you got tuna sandwich at the end of the day.
But see, we're going to have food and drinks on sale, but once you come to this event, you have an opportunity to leave with something tremendous. The Commissioner spared no expense in Police Month. You might be talking about prizes, surprises. You could leave. If you got a 32-inch on your wall now, we might be able to upgrade you a couple inches. You never know. You understand? A couple inches, couple inches. You know, Easter break coming up. I mean, if you don't have a tablet for school now, you might leave with one.
Is this a raffle or just something like I'll give it away?
It's up to Commissioner. Last year, she walked in the gym
and just
she picked up the phone. She walk up to one little girl and say,
"You get a gift. You get a gift."
Oprah.
My God, everybody get a gift.
Everybody, just look under your seat. You never know. You might be sitting on a car key or something. You never know.
You're doing too much now. You're doing too much now. Because I come in.
She bring the wife so she can celebrate. This is her mother.
Yeah, the wife might give it something.
Yeah.
But we have 6 teams. Headquarters is a team, the crime family, CID, SIB, DEU, all those guys are a team. And then we split it up east, west, north, and south to form the other 4 teams. So that's how the teams are.
So all the teams, so whether it's the domino, whether it's the basketball, whether it's the baseball, all are going to be set up in the same sort of fashion.
Correct.
Okay, this is exciting. Now, I know you all like to be able to, like my good friend say, push hard card on people. I know you all like to slap some dominoes. Talk about this. What we can expect from the domino tournament that you guys have.
I was talking to Mr. Lavardi, who's responsible for dominoes this morning, and he told me that they reinforced all of the tables in headquarters to make sure that none of them break. Yeah, they took them to maintenance. They reinforced them because I understand. Now, I'm not a dominoes guy. I'm a strong proponent of knowing what I don't know. I play basketball, period. So the fellas that deal with domino, they tell me they strengthen up the tables so it can be hard to break one of them. But I understand it's going to be very, very spicy.
Yeah?
Come tomorrow.
Where are you going to have the domino? Is this for us to come watch? At least we can participate, or we can hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's invited to everything.
Okay, good.
You can pull up to headquarters, watch the domino slamming. You could come to AF Idley, watch the basketball, and then we'll allow Mr. Ingram to talk about his sport, and you can absolutely come.
I want to hear about your sport, Mr. Ingram. Tell me about that.
Just like softball, you save the best for last. This is one of the last events on the calendar for Police Month. It's always very intense by the softball park. It's going to be very competitive. This is the best sport. Blue Hills.
Okay, Blue Hills.
The Blue Hills Sporting Fields. This is the best sport. We are divided into 6 teams. Crime Family is the best team.
Which is your team?
Which is my team, you understand? Yeah, so...
Did you all win last year?
Yeah, we fell short by 1 run.
Okay,
it's the best team.
It's the best team.
Shout out to headquarters Rockets.
They come second, I understand.
So tell me about that. So it's going to be on, when they're going to have, you say, the end of the month?
Yeah, on the 28th. It starts at 9 a.m. We have 6 teams. Each team is going to play each other once. During the end of play, seed 1, which will be Crime Family, will play seed 4, and seed 2 and 3 will play to advance the championship.
So what this is just for bragging, right? So you just carry home hardware.
See,
you have any hardware?
Speaking of hardware, you know, as a friend, I don't leave
Man, bring the whole thing to
home without it.
You bring the whole thing to ZNS, my God.
I don't leave home without it, you know. Just something like that. We can put it back down.
Put it back down, for God's sake. What's this here? Now, what is what? The basketball?
Yeah, this is the basketball trophy from last year. And
your team winning.
The Beast from the East.
The Beast from the East.
The East, yeah. I brought the Beast from the East MVP, Constable.
Sound like revelations. The Beast from the East.
Yeah, he's in the studio, but I let him bring it so we could just show the people. It's one of the small trinkets that are going to be given out. I know what softball budget looking like, but you know, basketball we spare no expense.
Well, it's exciting, man. I'd like to see all of them being able, because you know what? I think you get enough, man. I think you get enough tribulation and the responsibility that you have. And, you know, a lot of the times that we hear you, the police officers over the course of time, you're not allowed to complain. But as we ingest the information, we say, oh, man, this must be difficult for you guys. To be able to put your hair down
and relax
for 1 month and give nobody tickets is an amazing thing. I just want
I'm not saying
hey, listen, I'm trying to help us. I'm trying to help us, my God.
We thinking the sports are very aggressive. We have the debate competition. Debate competition?
Debate competition?
Grand Bahama is trying to come for blood every year. And ain't nothing is happening.
Debate competition?
We keeping that in the province. Yeah, we have a debate competition. We had the first round last week, I think on Wednesday.
Why don't they stop with this? What y'all gonna be debating?
They have the various topics. But right now it's on Zoom. The finals, it could be on Zoom for this week, and last week was on Zoom. But the finals will be next week, and it will be at it'll be on the 31st, and it will be at the Paul Fogson Conference Center. That's like, trust me, it'd be spicy in there. Spicy in there.
Let's get a little spicy.
It is be spicy.
If I may inspect, I think like this is a great opportunity for the public.
I want to come to the debate.
You can come to every event.
You could. We want you to come to everything.
I want to invite you.
Come to Domino's tomorrow. Debate. View it on Thursday. Basketball on Saturday. Softball next week. And watch Ingram and Mr. Goodman.
The best team.
Go head to head.
The best team.
No, they're the best.
That comes second.
Yeah. Second name, man. Let's get on the podium for second.
But it's excellent, man. Anything else you want to be at? So you're having this wonderful month. Everything's going to happen. Now, how y'all going to be able to end this month? Are you going back to church? Or you going to do anything like that?
Actually, we ending it with we giving back in another way. We actually have a blood drive on the 1st of April.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Because, like I told someone, we can clone all these animals. We can't clone blood. So that's a great initiative for officers to come out to actually give, because like they all say, the blood, this life you save may be your very own. So that's the blood drive. We ended in that. And also, a little surprise, the commission is actually opening a station in Rock Sound this Friday.
Really?
So another community event. That's just a little snippet. I ain't really ruin the surprise. I mean, the cat's on the bag. The cat's on the bag, but I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. The Commission of Police and Senior Executive Leadership Team is just doing a great job of giving us the opportunity to actually enjoy ourselves and celebrate policemen. 186 years is a long time. So we just want to thank her and her Senior Executive Leadership Team for giving us the opportunity.
It's excellent, man. This is a wonderful thing. So we got sports. We got all these things. I know that there's other ways you're going to be able to do this. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you one question as it relates to how you're going to be able to bring younger persons in. You said something that was very important. When you go to AFI Lead Gym, you want to see the young girl sitting on the side of the commissioner who has a desire to be like her. There are other young men and young girls who want to be able to be a police officer one day. What initiatives, if you have any, that you're creating so they can see the camaraderie, one, and so they can say, okay, listen, this is something that we want to be able to be a part in going forward.
I'll speak to myself and Mr. Farrington, who bought the hardware. We're urban renewal officers. So initiatives like this are things that we do consistently on a daily basis. We're in every school, every day. I'm trying to reach out to kids, male and female. We have several clubs, reading, drill, sports, just trying to interject with kids before they take a step that they may not be able to come back from. So as far as, this isn't just a policeman thing. This is something that the police force does consistently to make sure that we are able to grab kids. The cadet program is thriving. So there's a lot of opportunities for kids that want to get involved with things that could be positive and lead into someday being the next female commissioner of police.
I like that, man. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but I think you'll stay with me a little while. We can talk a little bit more.
I think the boss them come.
Oh, the boss
take over.
Me too.
We get formal with this then. The boss them coming. We're going to take a quick break, guys. This is the rundown. We're going to be right back after this.
Economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. Oni Lutheran, we've helped 122 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $3 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Eleuthera's economy by investing in its leading sectors: tourism, food and beverage, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC, Bahamas.
Our marine resources were once considered inexhaustible. Conch and reef fish like grouper were abundant everywhere, and it seemed as if the lobster catch would rise forever. But today, there is a downward trend that affects everyone. Researchers say we can reverse the trend by protecting more marine habitats. And the good news is that most Bahamians strongly support efforts to halt further decline. Tripling the size of our network of marine parks will mean more fish and conch for everyone, now and for the future, as well as more recreational and ecotourism opportunities. Today, only 10% of our waters are protected. Surveys show that most Bahamians consider protection of our marine environment to be a top national priority. More protection means more benefits for everyone, now and in the future. It's a win-win-win strategy for the economy, for Bahamians, and for nature. Protect our sea, protect our way of life, protect the Bahamas. See the future. Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more about marine protected areas.
And we are back celebrating Police Month. Well, the Royal Bahamas Police Force is mandated to maintain law and order in the Bahamas. The force has grown to include well over 4,000 personnel, including active officers, reserves, and civilians. The current leadership focus is led by Commissioner Santanoz, includes community engagement, modernizing crime-fighting strategies, and much more. Two of the police force officers, executive leadership teams, joining us tonight to talk about the policing, right? And we're going to be able to talk to them, none other than Senior Assistant Commissioner Roberto Goodman and Assistant Commissioner Marino Hines. They have decades of experience under their belts and are here tonight to tell us about how the police's success in fighting crime. Gentlemen, it's so wonderful to have you with us tonight. Right? I don't know if you can be as exuberant as men before you, but I know you're talking about these things, and I think the entire nation is always eager to hear about crime fighting, the strategies associated with that. So introduce yourselves. Tell me exactly where we are in that.
Well, I'm Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Roberto Goodman. I'm responsible for drug interdiction in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also responsible for...
Drug interdiction?
Yeah, like the drug enforcement unit. Also, I'm also responsible for the special operations throughout the Bahamas.
Really?
Yes.
So when they find the little lick, that's you find all those particular things?
Well, we have persons assigned at the drug enforcement unit. The drug enforcement unit, that's not limited.
It's a big job.
Yeah, sometimes. Depends on the amount of drugs you have.
Well, when we see the boat was sinking, we say, this is a big job. I want to commend you for that and your capacity.
Thank you so much for having us, Mr. Grant. Assistant Commissioner Marino Hines, and I'm responsible for fire services, the Family Islands, traffic, and training. And those are the southern Family Islands. The northern Bahamas is categorized by Grand Bahama, Bimini, and Abaco.
Okay, so fire services, traffic, and training.
Yes.
So you're responsible for the traffic here in Nassau?
Yes, the management of it. The Bahamas, we are a very prosperous nation, and with that prosperity comes the ills of a cosmopolitan or metropolitan city, and traffic is just a byproduct of the prosperity that we enjoy.
The gentleman on Milo Butler and Tony Darlin, he needs a raise.
Yes. No.
Listen, he is excellent.
I would endorse that. I would endorse that. He is a national treasure.
He is excellent at what he
does. Sergeant Trevor Cox.
Trevor Cox.
He is a national treasure.
Every day. He don't even know me. friendly. Hey, Malak, what's up? He's doing a very good job, and I want to commend you for that. And I want to commend you these things. I want to know a little bit about your training. You know, most recently with the advent of social media and persons being able to get into that, we would have been able to see some things that, you know, we don't necessarily know what happening behind the veil. And so when they bring these things out, we look at it as, and we judge it based upon our civilian eyes.
Right.
Talk to me about these training and the steps that you take.
Yes, well, training for us, it's very intentional. It's very deliberate. Our commissioner, our esteemed commissioner, Ms. Shanta Knowles, our administrative team, we try to prognosticate what is coming, what is going to be new. And based on the intelligence, we put a strategy and a game plan to deal with all of the nefarious crimes and anything that may ill our society. And so we believe that it's going very well. We don't want to disclose too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we believe that in the last year, since this body has been together, you can tell by the numbers that we are making absolutely great headways in reducing crime and the fear of crime.
And I think you're really doing a good job. A lot of persons, I guess we gauge these particular things by imports, the nefarious imports that you're dealing with, and we gauge these things by the amount of murders that we see at the top of the year and then progressing throughout the year, and then we make a determination. I think over the past maybe 10 years or so, you've done something within the force that I must commend you for, and commend you for being able to keep up with, I mean collectively, by being able to have a debriefing and giving us information and the stats on a consistent basis with a sense of transparency. I thought that was very first world and very modern to be able to take those particular things. Do you have any more ideas to be able to do that? And I want to be able to commend also, we've seen this for years, whenever you have a bust and you find all these things, everything is laid out on the table, everything has been able to identify those things. You guys are being able to do a very good job. I think you get some flack because people have this sort of an expectation and instant gratification and so forth and so on, but you're really doing a good job.
Yeah, so when we look at the Bahamas, you know, it's not just one landmass like some of our neighboring countries like Jamaica or the Barbados. You know, we are archipelago of islands. You know, we spread from the southern tip of Florida, and we spread right down to the end of Cuba, between Cuba and Hispaniola. And so when you have the 700 island rocks and keys, and you have persons like the drug persons trying to transit through our Bahamas just to try to bring drugs into our country, then we realize that it's a problem. And so our mandate at the Drug Enforcement Unit is to interdict anyone passing in and through the Bahamas, just to ensure that this drugs does not reach in our societies, into our streets, and to our young kids. You know, we see back in the 80s, we see plenty of kids pass because of negligence of using drugs. We see now into the schools now, you see the drug traffickers even use different ways and means now to try to even simplify it, putting it and injected it in candies and gummies and things like that. And so the Drug Enforcement, we have a mandate, and we're going to ensure that our streets is safe out there.
Is that something that, I remember one time ago you guys would go around to schools, you bring the dogs, but you bring different samples of the drugs that have been used on the streets. So
yes.
Kids wouldn't be, you know, what is this, candy? No, this is cocaine, or whatever the case may be.
So at the Drug Enforcement, you see that when you speak drug enforcement, you know, we also have a demand reduction section within the Drug Enforcement. And so we go to churches, to civic groups, especially to the schools. We interact with the students, so we let them know, you know, what they likely to see, or they will even speak to parents, or they're likely to see these things into their homes, you know. And so you show the kids what you should do or what you shouldn't do, how you should call the police, you know, or let the teacher or the guidance counselor know. You know, because like I said, you have some persons out there who just want to make a buck of ill gain, you know, and so we got to make sure that our little darlings, or, you know, persons who are misinformed, make sure they are informed.
That's excellent. And so I want to know about, in this month, are you doing a little more of that? Are you going out? I know that you're what's his name, Inspector Slugger?
Yes, ASP Lightburn.
ASP Lightburn.
Affectionately known as Slugger.
Affectionately known. No, I just say that, I know, no, they were talking more specifically about this sort of a concept and idea that you want to, you know, relax for this month and you had a lot being done. But your work it's never done.
It's never done. And we want to ensure the Bahamian people that while we celebrate 186 years of illustrious service to the Bahamian.
Illustrious.
Yes, yes, absolutely,
I like that.
absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely. We have doubled our efforts on the streets because we want to send the message that we can multitask. We want to show the Bahamian people that we will not fall asleep at the wheel. So in order for us to enjoy this serenity, the peace and tranquility of the Bahamian Islands, law enforcement has to always be at the ready. And so our efforts in planning this police month, we have ensured that we have doubled our forces at our borders, on our streets, and everywhere else, so that we can have a wonderful and a spectacular month of March.
Since you're ahead of training, I'd like to ask you about a little bit of recruits. There are a great deal of persons that are out there who are looking for not just occupation, looking for something steady, looking for something that can be able to give a regiment and, you know, sort of order to their lives.
Right.
They've looked at this and, you know, people talk in our society, very small society, but within their very small spaces, they want to be a part of this. How can they be a part of this?
Mr. Grant, I would first like to say that it has to be purposeful. It has to have meaning.
Not just a job.
Right. You must be a nationalist. You must love this country, and you want to be a part of its building. You want to be a nation builder. And the very generic answer is you have to be 18 years, no health or ailments that you know of, and you must be moderately physically fit. We'll take care of getting you supremely fit. But once you're a Bahamian, then you can come and serve, because it's a sacrifice. It's a job you won't get rich. You cannot get rich. You must love this country, and you must want to see
You can live.
Yeah, you can live.
Or you ain't gonna die.
Listen, all of my colleagues, they're very intelligent people, and they know how to earn, because this is a capitalistic society, and you can earn separate and apart from policing, but policing itself don't come seeking to get rich.
Your 12-hour shift.
Yeah, sometimes
You
more.
ain't around for that.
Sometimes more. Sometimes
Most man, they
more.
didn't work 12 hours a day. Not that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think that's important because a lot of persons, especially with the conditioning that exists in our society right now, and watching what's happening elsewhere,
right,
they're looking for get-rich-quick schemes.
Not here.
Yeah. And they don't want to be able to exchange that labor for the opportunities that they're looking for. And so it's important to be able to do that. So I want to commend you. I want to commend Shantinozum, Commissioner Shantinozum in a particular capacity. I want to commend the entire team for being able to take such pride in the steps that you're taking and ensuring that you can be able to keep this standard that has been set for 186 years now?
Yes.
186 years.
Yes.
And you keep on getting better.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. We wouldn't dare talk about, I think everything has an exception and a rule. The rule for the Royal Bahamas police force has been, you have been exceeding.
Yes.
You have been exceeding, exceptionally exceeding. And I want to be able to say that. There's always exceptions, and we could talk about that some other time. But we could definitely talk about the rule in terms of this, the successions that you guys are making. Especially with the porous borders that we have, to be able to see that what we're seeing. I know that you have relationships that you can be able to say, hey, this is what's going on. You guys are doing wonderful, and I want you guys to be able to keep on doing that. So when they see me on the road, tell them don't book me, eh?
Let's see what we got.
I want to thank you guys so much, and you gentlemen so much for being able to be with us. I want to thank all y'all. Enjoy Police Month. They ain't looking for no stress. They don't want to book you. Don't ride on the people road dirty. Be decent, right? Have a good time. I want to thank you gentlemen so much for being able to be with us, and don't make this your last time to be able to come here. I'd love to see you again. All right, that does it for us here at The Rundown. Be sure you stay locked in right here at ZNS for the Bahamas tonight at 11 p.m. It is the final newscast of the country with the latest news and information from Corville Pyfram. From all of us here at ZNS, I am Howard Grant, and thanks so much for joining us.
(13-14) boys, 200 breasts. In the middle of the pool, in lane 4, Isaac Bastian from the Bahamas. In lane 3, Telez Folks. In lane 1 from Trinidad and Tobago, Luke Gillette. In lane 2, Cameron Brown from Jamaica. In lane 5, Nkosi Dunwoody from Barbados.